Hey everybody, it's your boy. What did I call myself? Captain Delicious. You're and my partner here, Sergeant Strokes. Here we are back at it again with a casual stream.
He came up with this completely off the books, so I have no choice but to go with it.
So we did plan to do a little bit of Metal Gear, but we're both feeling really lazy today. And you're emotionally spent after.
Yeah, I was fiddling with the because if you recall when we did our dual stream, we had two Elgatos, and one of them is newer than the other one. So I wanted to use the newer one for the stream, the S Plus, but it just wouldn't cooperate with
you. You like reset everything.
Yeah, I reset Streamlabs.
Change the inputs.
I reset Elgato game capture software. I reset the computer. I reset everything. I threw everything in the book. Everything I had, and it just would not pick up on the computer when it was acting perfectly fine. So I was here just sitting trying to get it to work for about 20 minutes, and it just spent me. So I apologize for being emotionally drained. I'm hungry. I haven't
eat your food.
I haven't eaten yet. But anyway, I know as mentioned last stream, we were kind of stuck on what to do. We started doing a full Let's Play of Metal Gear 5, like that was the big stream, and then Bloodborne cut in. So we're like, all right, so I guess next we just go back to Metal Gear 5. But come today, we're like, we don't want to play Metal Gear 5. We don't really want to play anything new to get invested in it, because The Witcher 3 is another new one that, like, I think it's confirmed. I think Cameron and I confirmed that yes, we want to do The Witcher, but we don't want to get invested into a full stream yet.
We're kind of emotionally and physically spent.
So
today.
We're like, what do we do? Well,
it was either do this, which was just complete casual, like I can actually talk and play this game.
The last time we played this, we were in the apartment.
Yeah.
So it's been a while since.
Yeah, this is a year ago.
Back up.
And the other choice was doing Totemostro for a stream, and we were like weighing the pros and cons of doing either this or that. We said we should probably do this, and this was more your call than mine, because we were thinking about, if we did Totemostro on Final Fantasy 15, that'd be a whole stream of us just gambling. And it would be so insider,
yeah,
I guess.
It would be much more of an insider stream, because you guys who keep tuning into us every stream, you'd come in, you'd be like, oh, they're just having fun, they're just talking. I'm fine with that. Whereas if new people came in, they'd come in and they'd be wondering why we're not continuing with the story. And then we'd have to explain, oh, we've already done it, so we're just kind of
check out our other streams.
We're here just kind of doing whatever. So that leads us to, what could we play where neither of us have to be invested in the game, and instead we can just be invested with just talking casually. And this is it.
The chats are also in a different place too, so I'm gonna have to remember.
Yeah, Twitch is the middle.
Yeah.
YouTube is on the right.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking for treasures right now.
I gotta say, like, there's not many games that I can play and, like, be fully invested in the game, but at the same time not. There's not many games that I can do that with. So I'm impressed that you're able to take a game this complex and just turn it into background noise.
Yeah, it's literally background for me. Like, I was talking to you about this earlier. Like, this game is, to me, just, I know it like the back of my hand. Oh, that's new. No, it's not. Like, nothing about this has changed. and despite the game always changing, especially with RNG.
The one game that comes off to the top of my head that I can do that with is Resident Evil 4. Like, I know the path, I know the steps to take, even though the enemies' movements, the drops that they have, that's RNG. I know every place that I need to go to get everything that I need. Yeah. And it'll just become background. So that off the top of my head, that's the only game I can think of that I can do this with.
See, so what we're doing now is we're picking off where we left off about a year ago.
Yeah,
a little less than a year ago.
It was about a year ago. The last time we played it was
March.
Mid-March.
Yeah. And that was because we were using that as a casual thing to talk about the convention that we had just gotten. We hadn't gone to it yet, had we?
Everyone, we did a stream of... Everybody, please forgive me for eating. We did a stream of Final Fantasy XII before we went to the con, and then we did one after we got back from the con.
Right. Okay. Need to unlock it, then I can go back. We're gonna get ready for all the amazingness that is this game, of its alarm being blared. So I'm gonna try and get through this area as both quickly as possible, but also getting like all the treasure and equipment I can get.
On your mate. You do you. I'll supply the conversation.
Yeah, and this is one of those games, like I said, I can actually. I'm not the best at.
I would be like this game. It's not. Out of all the Final Fantasies that I played, not counting 15, this was the most simple and the easiest for me to like understand. But even then, if I was to play it, if I had the controller right now, not only would it be super saucy and greasy, I'd just be going so slow.
It's critical both here. Now we get to watch their victory poses.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody who turns in from Archades, there's the boy.
There's your lead.
There's our guild leader right there.
There's our guild leader right there.
Of the Sky Pirates.
Oh yeah.
That's me, by the way.
The only person that I've seen that can do that is Jacked.
I know, and Vaughn does it not only with a sword, but also his great sword. He flips it over his head, stabs it in, and then hops on it.
And he jumps on it.
And he's the only one besides Jack who just takes the giant greatsword and just one hand and then puts it 3 meters into the ground.
He throws it into the ground so far that he's able to just step on the bottom,
on the handle of the hilt,
the pommel.
The hilt of
is that what you call
it?
it?
Yeah, the pommel. That's what it would be.
He throws it down so far that all he has to do is just lift a leg on it to stand on it. It's beautiful.
Who dares?
Maybe someone that wants to watch our stream.
Possible. So,
we'll keep mentioning this as the stream goes on, but because it's a casual stream, most of it is talking. We want you guys to get invested with the conversation pieces. We want you to give us things to talk about, and we want you to join in on the conversation.
Yes. As a matter of fact, we made this a thing last stream. Everybody in the chat, in the audience, chose the classes for us.
Right.
So we have now our last character to get before we get Penelo, who we already chose before. So anybody who we're not using Ash right now, but we will wait. She has a lot of license points, so we will wait.
Been sitting on them.
So we have anybody who's watching, please tune in and make a choice of what you would like Ash to be, and we will wait by the comments section before we use her again.
Yes, because we can't stray off tradition. Because as it stands right now, all of their classes were chosen by fan favorite.
Speaking of, I'm trying to figure out what to get Vaughn right now.
Get him a sword and a shield.
I think I'm going to save license points until we get a little further.
You know the only reason why I admire the sword and shield so much is because of Jean. From not Arche Jean, but Ruby Jean.
Everything is so expensive. Rebecca says on YouTube, "Hey, I'm here." Oh, Rebecca.
Welcome, Rebecca.
I don't need a Mage Masher.
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Cabron.
Cabron.
Finally can watch one. It's good to have you. Rebecca, you're the prettiest girl in Brooklyn. Thank you, Sir Jeffers. No. Rebecca.
I'm just trying to figure out what to sell right now. Don't need those. I need some money.
But that can segue into something to talk about. What's your go-to fantasy weapon loadout? Like, what is your go-to? Mine is a sword and shield.
Mine would generally be a sword and shield. If not, it would be... I kind of have, like, 3 loadouts.
Okay.
Sword and shield is practically any baby's first sort of thing.
when it comes to, I've played many games where they allow you to pick your loadout. And when it comes to my character, I give him a sword and I give him a shield. And that's it. I don't even expect... If I'm feeling spicy, I'll give him a 2-handed sword as well.
Right.
But that's it. He doesn't have a bow. He doesn't have a gun. He doesn't have bombs. He doesn't have a spear. He has a sword and he has a shield. That's it. Even when I used to play Chivalry back in the day, which was a medieval fighting game, a shield was kind of... It was incredibly nerfed.
Yeah.
Because if you kicked someone with a shield, you staggered them to where they were wide open. So nobody used a shield because of how vulnerable it could make you.
Right.
But I still used a shield whenever I had the sword. That's if I played that class anyway. But other than that, I played a class called the Vanguard, and he used a great sword. But in Mordhau, I played with a sword and shield because the shield is actually they balanced it out so where you won't get staggered all the time. They made using the shield a much more viable option. So so my go-to for fantasy loadout, for medieval loadout, is a sword and shield.
Okay. Mine
shield.
Yeah.
To be more specific.
So, specifically for me, it would be a toss-up between what I just get.
I got the broken chair.
Finally, not me.
It's a dice roll when it comes to this chair.
Mine would either be personally by my choices. It would be a katana, either 1.5 hand or 2 hand, doesn't matter, like a Nodachi or something, and a spear.
In both hands.
In both hands, yes. One on my back, one
spear in the
one on my back. The spear would be on my back, and the katana would be on my side.
Okay.
And the other one would be probably like dual daggers, or a sword, or a short sword and a hand axe. Being the fighter, faster type play, I guess.
Okay. So you would want you'd give up defense for both offensive weapons in your hand?
Yes. I would definitely do that. What was I getting you both here? What was I getting you? You want more HP? You don't need it.
With me loving swords and shields so much, you'd think I'd love Dark Souls more than Bloodborne, because shields in Dark Souls is it's almost necessary to have a shield in Dark Souls. But I still... And a shield in Bloodborne is absolutely...
useless.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Yeah. It's toss-up right there. Alright, you're going to have a little bit more there.
This question goes out to everybody else in chat, too.
What would be your choice of loadout?
What is your fantasy loadout?
And we still need hopefully a few people tune in. We need somebody to choose Ash's license capability, her loadout, so to speak.
She has a Class B license. She can drive a tractor trailer.
Nice.
Or is that Class A? I think that's Class A. You drive a tractor trailer. Class Bs, you can drive a bus.
Yeah, maybe.
I think I got that wrong. I'm not sure.
The Viking coat. Oh boy, getting there, folks.
Face is getting messy. I'm a messy eater.
Right. Ash has 1,000 that we haven't used yet.
Just waiting to be spent.
Yeah. Just waiting. I'm gonna touch that save.
Rebecca, if you're still here, choosing her class could all come on you if nobody else joins. We'll need your help. Viewers at home, Princess Ash needs your help. In order to fulfill her license points and level up, she's gonna need your credit card information. 3 numbers on the back, expiration month and year,
and the name.
Cardholder name.
Cardholder name. While you're at it, for added bonus DLC, make sure you include your social security number.
Did you ever hear what happened to him?
Who?
That guy that did that. Pete. Voiceover Pete. That's his name.
Never even heard of him.
You know that, but do you remember? You don't remember the guy that did the joke? He's like, you know, he would do stuff like that. Like he'd be like, attention, all gamers. Sans needs your help in order to defeat Frisk and save the underground. He's gonna need your credit card. And like he would, that was the joke. And people would like send him money to like they would book him to give custom
like voiceovers. And
yeah,
stuff?
yeah, custom voiceovers like that. And the company that he was allied with, they locked his account down, shut him out, basically terminated everything. And he had several orders on backup that he still had to fulfill.
Right.
And he had money saved on that account, and they terminated his entire account, and all that was just gone. So all those orders that he hadn't fulfilled yet, and all the money that he had in that account was just gone. So he eventually he went to Patreon to try and give back to the community what was taken away. But it was terrible that they just screwed him over like
jeez.
And the reason was because they locked him out because they said that he was scamming people, and
it's like, that's not a scam.
He wasn't. No, it was part of the joke.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They weren't all about the comedy.
And this was on YouTube?
Yes.
That's so cynical.
Yeah, he made like a formal statement to show what was going on. PewDiePie even reviewed it in one of the Pew News episodes.
Oh, I may have watched it. I don't remember.
But
you stopped it.
I only went down that path because we made the joke.
Gotcha.
Hope all is well with him. This was like several years ago, so I hope he's all right by now.
Beep, boop, boop, boop. All right, we're gonna be getting out of this dump of a ship, of a warship.
It's actually not that bad.
No, it's an Imperial fortress ship, warship. It is the largest ship in their fleet, and we sink it because we're a bunch of chaotic people.
You're a bunch of pirates. You're a
bunch of pirates.
You're a bunch of rebels. You blow up the biggest ship in their armada.
Did I give you? Nobody's a knight. Maybe Ash can be a knight.
Or that's gonna have to be someone else's
secondary.
If I had my say, everyone would be a knight.
I know.
Here's your sword, here's your shield, you can swing it like everybody else.
Vaughn's the only one that's close enough. He's got a dagger and a shield. Look at that assassin's dagger. Look at that thing.
That's sharp. It's like a butcher's knife.
Oi! Come here! You're dead!
It's gonna shank someone.
But yeah, it's the boy. Is there anything up there?
That's my favorite boy.
The boy!
Boy!
It was one of the highlights of the stream we did a year ago.
We quieted everyone down. There was silence when that happened. We demanded silence, and then there was bliss.
Huh?
How many times have you played this game?
Ah, jeez. Fully?
Like, start to finish, how many times have you played this game?
Literally innumerable times. I can't even... I literally can't even say how many times I've played this.
Was there moments where you would play the game, you'd finish the game, and then immediately you'd go back into a new game?
Years ago when I had the game on PS2, I did, yes.
There's not many games that I've done that with, but it has happened.
But I did have a giant playthrough session when this came out in 2016, 2017? Whatever year it came out.
Zodiac.
The Zodiac Age, when it came out. I was so excited about it. And look, we got her back. She's got a crap ton of licenses as well, but she's a white mage. So we can do hers.
From memory, the game Dead Rising 2 was a game that I would play over and over and over again. And there were several times where right when I finished a game, like right when I finished the end of the game, and the game was over and it said, alright, you can start a new game, I would just start a new game and just play again. And I think I did that with Resident Evil 4 a couple times. I was just like in that groove, and I was just like so invested. I'm like, all right, back into it, keep going.
See, I got so into this because after playing the original of Final Fantasy XII for so many times, and then the Zodiac Age came out, it's like, oh, you can choose your classes now instead of being everything all at once. And I'm like, I've been waiting for this. Not only that, and it's like, oh, this is the international version, but we've added something else. You can choose 2 classes. It's like, you didn't do that in the international version. And I was like, ooh, money. And so I went ham playing this game. Start to finish, front to back. So many things changed, and I was just invested in this game for I don't know how long. And it's still one of my favorite games. It's definitely my favorite game to play. But it's among my top.
Out of favorite game to play out of every other game that you played, or just Final Fantasies?
Just probably every game to play in general. Bloodborne's a really fun one for me too. But it's this one or do we want for you then? More damage. Oh, Theo, you useless archer. I'm sorry. I know you're the leading man, but it's a terrible class.
You can be Robin Hood.
Ikehara on Twitch says, now I just wish you could change classes on PS4. On PS4?
This is PS4.
This is PS4, yeah.
You may just have your wish.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, no. When they released it on Switch and Steam, you could go to Mont Blanc once you had all your classes, and you can reset your classes if you made a wrong choice. Oh. You can't do that on PS4.
Oh, okay.
So disheartening to play to level 50. You realize just one of your main people are missing 1,000 HP. Hello, by the way. Yes, I understand your predicament. I'm okay with it though. This was part of the casual challenge of this one, and hello to you too. Thank you for joining us. If you would like, choose a class for Ash for us. We need a class. If you are so invested, that is, our audience is choosing our classes for us. When we did this stream a year ago as a casual playthrough, they chose Shikari for Vaughn, Archer for Balthier, Time Battle Mage for Fran, Machinist for Bosch, and Pinol for White. Machinist. Machina. Ash, we just got her. We need to figure out what she's going to be.
She's got 1,000 license points just waiting to be spent.
Yep. I really don't know.
Close your eyes and point at the screen and tell me what it is.
Yeah.
No, not you.
We can do repeat classes, but it's more fun to like differentiate, make everybody their own thing.
Yeah, everybody gets a rule.
I personally like to put her into a white mage heavy armor melee mix, like a knight.
That's what I see her as. I feel like she's gotta. Yeah. She's perfect as a knight, and she would. I feel like she's just meant to have white magic.
Like a white mage. Perfect. Like knight becomes a paladin.
I look at Ash and I say that is a paladin.
Mm-hmm. I usually make her either a black mage and a knight, because she will then just have the strongest of both things. She's very decently powerful. The knight class gets Excalibur, which is absolutely necessary for late game stuff, and then she has the highest magic stat. So on my newest save, it's white mage plus monk to have her tanky healer with strong melee. Monk plus anything is insane. Plus monk has the highest HP output in the game. Not to mention they get ridiculous combos, and they're super strong. I love the monk class in this game. It's one of my favorites. Knight, I feel like they needed more HP, but they made up for it with heavy armor. But please give us a choice. White mage is taken by Pinello, but she can still be a knight or a monk. Fullbreaker, black mage, Bushi. From what I saw, monk has both the most strength and HP licenses. That is true. And Fullbreaker also has really lots of strength. I would say Lancer or Monk. So Ulan or Monk?
Well, if there are more people in the chat, we can use you as a tiebreaker.
Yeah, we will hold out on that, but we will come back.
We'll be back after these messages.
But Lancer or Monk? If it were your choice, what would it be between the two? Because it could very well be both later on, but then we'll be missing out on Ash having any magic of any kind towards the end of the game if we chose Ulan and Monk for her. Oh look, Geese. He's a goose. Judge Goose. They made a game about him.
Did they?
Yeah, Untitled Goose Game.
Okay.
That was him.
I looked down at my feet as I was walking forward, and I could see the mines poking out of the field, but I just kept walking. I just walked into a stupid minefield.
Monk has access to high white magic with Espers and Final Cure Protega. Yes, that is true. My first game that I played on Zodiac Age, I made Vaughn a monk and Shikari. No, he was sorry. Balthier was a monk because I love how he twirls his pole. But he was a monk, and I gave him Protega. I gave him Arise. Bye, Geese. What a useless fight.
Oh no, not the helmet. My face. I'm an old man.
You can see me. I'm a human.
No.
You gotta stop. Had Balthier Monk on my first PS4 run too. Yes. I feel like that was completely necessary. I always made Balthier have the pole, even in PS2 version. I think Vaughn would have the pole next because I like how he puts it around his body when he attacks with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the slowest attack animations, which in this game is kind of everything, but...
The current run is Balthier's Archer plus Time Mage.
Yeah, but the thing is, Archer in this game is kind of useless aside from the Phoenix lures, which you get all access to. Which, at that point, if you have the Pheasant Netsuke accessory, you can use a Phoenix down on someone, they have full HP. Instead of just using the Arise
Sadly,
spell.
he's missing HP license 9 and 12.
Yeah,
When Vossler learned
from the
my father had
Espers.
been killed the night of the treaty signing,
Don't care.
Didn't we just talk to you and you sent us to the brig?
It was all part of the elaborate scam. They did that on purpose.
So smart.
Sadly, yeah.
They're so smart.
Yes, Archer isn't bad if you get a good mix.
Those Sky Pirates and their
But
crazy
by
plans.
itself, it's really awful. If you combine it with Time Battle Mage or a Mage class, it's very versatile. It's very good. You get some high damage from speed scaling with missing strength. That's true, because bows scale with speed. And Balthier is a good choice because he gets naturally the highest speed. No matter what class he chooses. Just his natural growth, he has the highest speed stat. If you level everybody up the same, which speaking of, we need to make everybody else.
Let's get everybody else up there.
Gosh.
Everybody else is the same. We've all...
Ooh, I didn't give you a gun, did I? Give me that big silence shot. Do you not have anything?
It was taken from...
Give her that.
Get Apple.
Get Apple. Got matter HP. I made Pinello my big damage tank. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that.
That sounds so... It feels so...
Like you see her carrying a giant greatsword that's bigger than her, and she just
feels
goes
so-
in. Rah!
It feels so foreign.
She's the white mage though. Okay, since you're the one chatting with us right now, Monk or Ulan? Your choice. Paladin Monk, Knight and Monk, it's pretty insane. Yes, I like Knight Monk combo. They do super high damage, they have good tanky, they have a lot of HP, and they're the physical class. And I see the other classes, Ulan, which is the Lancer,
It's up
Red
to
Battle
you
Mage.
to lay down the law.
Yeah. Red Battle Mage, nobody's a Red Battle Mage, nobody's a Knight, nobody's a Monk, nobody's a Foebreaker, nobody's a Black Mage, and nobody's a Bushi, which is the katana, the samurai.
This long hill weapon would be good for diversity.
Say Lancer to throw in heavy armor. You got it. We're gonna make Ash the Lancer. She's gonna do some serious damage when she gets the Zodiac spear.
She's the Lancer class.
Very, very late in the game. What was I getting for you, Bosch? Remedies. Okay. I didn't do anything for you? What's up with me? That's fun. Current run so far is with one team only, actually. What I'd like to do is when I first played the game, like when I got it back in 2006, I only used Vaughn basically as the main character. He was like 30 levels above everybody else, and I used Bosch and Balthier as well as the secondaries. And they did so much damage, but they couldn't stay alive very often.
With Balthier, Archer plus Time Mage, Pinello, Paladin plus Monk, Fran, White Mage plus Monk. First time I'm not leveling everyone equally, actually. I'm always, yeah, like, whenever I've got a party that I have to keep track of, I always try and keep people level. It's like a compulsion.
Yeah, I do the same thing when I play this game, especially this game.
Everything's gotta be even.
Unless I make a challenge for myself where I'm like, okay, I'm only gonna use such and such character. Like I did a one character challenge with Vaughn, and it was tough. But it's not possible to do so in game content. You can't. You need a party to beat some things. Otherwise, your character dies.
Gear wise, I have Balthier, bow plus heavy armor, Penelo greatsword plus heavy armor, and Fran pole plus mage robes.
Ooh. Mystic armor with a pole. That's something.
That suits. Like that's.
Well, the monks use the other ones use the poles, and they do light armor, so they get HP, even more HP.
Feels like a pretty nasty setup.
But don't worry, Ash is about to get some real nice. She's got so much. You need last stand for sure. She's about to get so much armor and weapons. And
Thank
so
goodness they didn't steal her license points when they locked her up.
I was doing side stuff and I was level 35 in the Miriam Still Shrine. Alright, last 100. Headsman, Shades of Black, Swiftness, more HP, more accessories, more battle.
Well, Thea had the stone bow and Penelo the death sword because I didn't want to fight
Mateus with an ice sword. Yeah, it would just heal him. What? I specifically like going to what's it called? I like going to Barheim Passage before doing all that so that I can get the Deathbringer as early as I can.
Well then.
Well. Right, you. I need money. Also, I always make it a thing to never sell the Mithril Blade.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's a Black Mage yet. Ooh. Nobody's a Knight either. I can't use this Will Blade. Ash can use the Iron Sword, but I'm going to give her a...
Well, we are coming into contact with those orbs that come after you if you use magic.
Yeah, that is true. Did I not give her access to the Iron Helm? Oh, no.
I was literally one-hitting every low monster in the chapter, both Thea and Penelo individually. I don't usually do these things, but I only did because of the ice thing, lol.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. There's no... We gotta wait for Ash to get her stuff, but we're gonna outfit her with some armor. So that she has that, at least.
Well, you can't fight for us yet, but you'll be looking good.
Everybody's gonna need some... We're low on money right now, but that's okay. We're gonna head on out this way. Ash, we're gonna give you... You have a long sword? Yes, but we're gonna give you the iron sword because you can actually equip that. And let's you can be silenced. That's okay. You'll take half damage from all elements.
BRB. Alright, we'll be here.
Yep, we will be here for probably a while. Let's change that to...
I still,
you know Cure, don't you? Yes, you do.
I still won't forget how dense I was. Because I would make Penelo my white mage.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like that was appropriate. And then, of course, once you get her back, she's got the manufactured nethicite in her possession.
And you gave her, yeah.
So yeah, I was like, all right, if you've got it, it halves the damage, sure thing. And I completely disregarded what silence did. So I was up in arms. I'm like, why can't she heal? She can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't click. Sorry, what? Sorry. It just didn't click. You had to be the one to tell me, like
she's silenced, dude.
Yeah,
you're like, okay, let me just give myself some echo herbs. Like, that's not working, dude.
You're the one that had to tell me the nethicite silences you. I'm like, I'm sorry? I didn't know that.
That's what I said. Alright, we're gonna...
Sea.
Yeah, we're not gonna skip this because I know you like this one. I like this one
too.
too.
Cool cutscene.
There's the boy.
Just go for it.
So this is one of the longer treks of the of the game,
Mm-hmm.
where you just kind of go through the desert.
Just take a swim, Vaughn. Dive in head first.
I hate
Just
sand.
look at that.
I hate sand.
Oh, that sand's not coarse or rough. It does get everywhere, though.
It does get everywhere. It's like, look at what he's wearing, though. Like, that's gonna chafe everywhere in his metal. Like,
awful.
dude. Okay.
I know for a fact if I made a Vaughn cosplay, I know for a fact the armor would just not want to cooperate with me.
Only got it right. Okay.
Like, especially the pieces of it on his knee. I know for a fact if I was to make it, it would just not want to cooperate with anything.
Ash has a lot of HP now.
I always get so frustrated whenever I make armor pieces. Like, I make it, and it looks good in practice and on paper. It looks good. I finally make it. Looks good when it's there. But then I put it on me, and it just doesn't agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I couldn't get Mercury's boots to stay still. The gauntlet that I made for Titus, like, as the day went on, it just got wider and wider until when I first put it on, it stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it stayed in place, and it was nice and tight. But as the day went on, it just slowly opened more and more to the point where I couldn't. Anytime I moved my arm up, it would just slide down. I was like, "You weren't doing that before. Why are you doing it now?" I can just never find that happy medium when it comes to armor. Jean's armor was a nightmare.
Yeah,
It's
you had to
absolutely a
literally
nightmare.
squeeze into it.
I had to squeeze into that thing because
Taper it to your body.
yeah, because if I tried to make it, if I tried to tailor it to where I could get into it easily, it wouldn't hold itself together. It would just open up and just fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to super glue the thing into one piece, and I had to slide into it, and that was a 2-person job.
Boy, we're doing lousy damage.
One day I'll perfect my armor making. One day. I'm glad that the cosplays that I'm doing this convention doesn't require any armor. It was almost about to, because I was almost about to do Marth.
Mm-hmm. And now we're kind of set on what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. My next cosplays are just clothing.
Thankfully.
Thank God.
Mine are too. But then there's still the Zidane one.
Right.
Does nobody have Libra? Libra.
No artificial colored contacts.
Can't do self-Libra.
Wigs, yes. I feel like there may never be another cosplay where I don't wear a wig. Well, Scott, he'll be the first in a long time that I don't require a wig.
Excuse me? Auto sort, thanks. Okay, now I can use potions.
Potions.
Pot ions?
Potions.
So, one thing, when Ikehara, when you come back,
Look out.
question goes out to you of is this one of your favorite games? But wait for you to come back. This will really go out to anybody.
Speak of
License 13? I believe it's License 13. Are you talking about Kiraja or Renew? Because Renew, I believe, is 13. Yes. And that's...
I came back about as you said it.
Nice. I have a knack for that. And then there's White Magic
Yes, Renew. I say.
Okay, White Magic 9 is Kiraja, which is the next one. But Renew, I never use Renew because I made one mistake one time.
It's called Megavita in German.
Oh, gotcha. Megavita. So you're from Germany.
There's not many other...
Hey, that's a rare monster! Dude! Kill it!
Pineapple. There's not many...
What? Okay, the mistake. Swoop over on Twitch says, hello, Swoop. Thank you for joining us. My mistake was from using Renew. I was facing Yasmet, which is the strongest mark in the game, besides Omega Mark 12. And, yeah. So I was in the 5 judges. So I was fighting Yasmet, and I had him in critical HP. Right? And I had it set. Balthier was my white mage. And this is when I was first playing the game years and years ago on PS2. And I had his gambit set to where he would be making enough MP back to cast Renew all the time. And Yasmet was smart and says, I'm gonna cast Reflect on you. Renew reflected onto Yasmet, and I watched all his HP goes,
oh my,
and he was in critical HP. I'm like,
oh my goodness.
I'm never using Renew ever again.
Oh my goodness.
Ever since then. So, because of that one mistake,
that's terrible.
I'm never using it again.
That is smart AI.
Yeah. I was like, never again. Never again.
Damn, that is smart. I was gonna say that there's not many Final Fantasy games that I played that the spells get into the jaws, like the JAs.
Yeah.
Like you can't get what is that, fourth tier?
Yeah, it's without 4th tier because there's regular, then there's the Auras, which are 2nd, Agas 3rd, and then Ajas is 4th.
So in 10 you can't get 4th tier magic, but
No.
4th tier magic can be done on you.
Yeah, in some cases, yeah. Like Sin, it does Gravidja, or one of its Sin spawn. That Renew is pure healing, not percent. It is pure healing. That's the thing. It fully heals you. If it's reflected, it fully heals your enemy.
Oh god.
This was Yasmet. Yasmet has 50 billion HP.
Can you think
And this was in the PS2 area where you could not go above 9,999.
Thank you, Swoop.
Yes, thank you, Swoop.
Post with the most.
Alright.
Can anyone else think of another gaming moment, a personal gaming moment, where something, where you worked your ass off, you fought tooth and nail.
Mm-hmm.
There were ups, there were downs, but it came to the point where you had it, and then something stupid happened, and it was taken from
Yeah,
you.
please let us know. Ikahara says you don't even need Renew on healers. Then actually, it's Kiraga because that 2nd AoE is way strong enough. Cura is strong enough as it is. Kiraja is the obvious best healing spell in this game. Kiraga is great enough on its own, but
Swoop says this happens all the time on Total War. I can imagine, like, you know, you got the whole battle, like, you seems that you got it, and then your opponent just pulls a fast one. The reinforcements coming from the flank, and you're like, oh shit.
no, I meant it scales with magic. Yeah, Renew doesn't scale with magic. Everything else does, like Kiraga and Kiraja. They do scale with magic. So, but the thing is, even if you have a low magic user, and they like, for example, the monks can learn Kiraja after getting an Esper. They can also learn Renew, and they can learn Arise.
I can't remember having such moments, to be honest.
But doing those, Bosh, you're gonna need a weapon for this.
It's more to do with on the campaign, because if you do really well and expand too fast, you can quickly find yourself at war with a lot of people.
What were they
Played any
saying?
of those games. It never really, like... I always felt like I would just get overwhelmed.
But what was I saying? They do so little damage to these things. Oh no. Do me a favor, Penelo, and attack Ash with your weak rod. Pick her up.
I do kind of play a game that does remind me of Total War. It's an older game called Mount and Blade. You basically get to control, like, you command an army. You can build up your kingdom. But it's cool because you go into third person as you charge into this battlefield, and you can build up your men, you can train up your men so that they're just big powerhouses, and you can get all this great gear. But if you lose a battle, you'll never die. Your character never dies, but if you lose a battle, you get kidnapped, and you lose almost everything that you have. So you'll just build up this massive army, and you'll go into a battle where 200 reinforcements will join in, and it'll all be cavalrymen against your infantrymen, and you'll just get crushed. Like nothing is stopping your army. But then all of a sudden this army of reinforcements comes to help the troops that you are fighting right now, and you do not stand a chance. So you lose all your troops, you lose all your gear, you lose all your gold, and you have to start from scratch all over again.
See, I admire games like that, though. Despite the detriment that is that happening, it gives you sort of incentive to re-strategize.
It makes you get back out there, and it gives you something to do, to get back out there and do it again.
Yeah.
Because it comes to a point where you're just like, nothing can stop me. But
and then something puts you in your place.
Something puts you in your place, and you're like, all right, get back out there. You're back to going from village to village, recruiting volunteers.
Soup says, yeah, sounds pretty familiar.
From the bottom to the top, you're back to it.
Silence cast used on Ash. Ha. Ash can't speak.
That game, Mount and Blade, really, it can become a ton of fun.
That kind of made me really enjoy the Fire Emblem game you had me play.
Shadow Dragon.
Shadow Dragon, yeah. And like I lost one of the characters I planned on using in the very beginning of the game, but then his brother just went ape shit. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, after Cain.
After Cain bit it.
After Cain fell in battle, Abel just got remarkably stronger.
Yeah, and like all the time, like he would not die. And every time, if Abel did die, I immediately restarted.
It would come to a point where Abel was like in over his head, but then he would pull out the critical attack right when he needed it the most.
Like, oh!
Just absolutely.
And he did so much damage to literally everything. Like, hey, come here, wyvern. See, everyone says it's. I know it's pronounced wyvern. Where are you going?
Bye.
Where are you going?
Bye, Felicia. To the sand sea with you.
It's like, what? But, yeah, good stuff. I liked playing that game. Never beat it. I'm still on that last mission.
Yeah, you got to the last level.
And then I got stuck. I'm like, my healer is dying.
I've beat it before, but that was with losing troops. And then I wanted to play it again without losing anybody. And
that takes work.
I made it all the way to the last level, and it seemed like every move I made, one of my guys would end up getting killed. And I was like, I think I'm stuck. It just gets brutal.
And it's terrible because I used that last character to revive someone, and then once you use that, they have to be in your party.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, that's bad because everyone's targeting her now.
Right.
Right, there is. I got Reflect, so that's the main thing I wanted to hear.
There was one character where it's mandatory that you have to kill off one of your characters in the beginning of the game. And I thought that if you didn't kill anybody, by the time you got that revive staff, all there was left to come back was him. That is not the case.
That's not the case.
Whoever sacrifices themselves at the beginning of the game will always be dead.
I remember when you told me that you would almost always choose the Cavalier, the Paladin, whatever. What's his name?
I think his name was Frey.
Yeah, because he was the older one.
Jagan was the champion, and I kept him because he was the strongest member of your party at the time. So instead, you would have Jagan, who was the champion. You'd have Gordon, who was the newfound archer. You got him right before you had to make the decision to make a sacrifice, and you had 3 cavalrymen. So I was like, okay, I'll lose a cavalryman. I love keeping Cain and Abel together, so that means and I don't want to get rid of Gordon because he's your only archer. So that means the only person left is Frey. So Frey would always be the one that I would sacrifice.
I think he's who I sacrificed to, if I remember correctly. And then it turns out it was all for nothing. It's like, guys, damn you, Japan.
Yeah, it is. I know.
But it is about war, so it makes sense. Like, bad stuff's gonna happen. Difficult decisions are gonna be made. Sometimes it's gonna be for nothing.
Why is there war?
War! Ah, no, 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 no! No, 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 no! Oh, no, 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 no! No, 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 no! The Salamandentite is over there. The big ball, the fireball. One that can one-shot all of us.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way. As I'm sure everyone else did, too.
No. What everyone found out the hard way was in this very beginning of this game, stealing something from Alexander. Oh god! It's attacking us! Now we're silenced. Good job, folks.
We made it out alive.
We can hope it's not chasing me at full speed. That would be bad. It's still targeting us, though, so I think it's definitely after us.
The ball just comes around the corner. Do you think you could escape?
Alright, he's not targeting us anymore. But I can't cast spells.
Consume.
Consume with the stink.
Consume the stink.
Alright, so I'm trying to go here. Because I want to go to the Zertinan Caverns and take that shortcut. And get the shielded armor.
Another moment that I can think of where you work your ass off and it's just taken from you because of something stupid was all that lightning dodging you did.
Yes, believe me, I remember that. I remember doing that before we streamed it.
Our goal was what, 50?
Yeah.
I think I remember getting to like 45 or something, and then it was taken from me.
I'm like, you have to go. It's what we have to do.
It hurts so bad. Man. I was in the 40s, and it hurts so bad.
That was good entertainment, though. It was absolutely needed, though. We needed that for Riku.
Yeah.
Speaking of, eventually we will pick that back up to do Dark Aeons and Penance, but
I forgot that was a thing.
It's all a matter of time and also... How do I get down there? I went the wrong way. That's why.
Just leap over the railing. Swim.
I'll go swim
Get
in the
some
sand
floaties.
seas. Hey! Hey, you!
Oi!
Let's steal. Aiming him. Bye. License points. But... And I feel like that's a game I want to play again, too. The Fire Emblem. Just because I want... Hi, buddy. Don't mind us. Give friend! You idiot!
You stepped on a mine.
No, it wasn't that. She started curing in front of it. And now she's dead. Oh boy.
Ikara on Twitch says, I personally haven't actually played anything before 12, but watched 7, 8, and 10.
10's a really good one. especially the international version. And I recommend playing 9. 9 is really good, one of my favorites.
Yeah, unfortunately, you skipped over one of the good ones. One of the better ones. I just really don't like encounters and turn-based.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
You're kind of the opposite. You don't like turn-based.
No, I don't.
But you also don't like instanced encounters, yeah. You like this.
Yeah, I like real time. There's people. I was one of them. Where they're like, oh, I don't like RPGs. You know, like they're like, oh, RPGs aren't my thing. Whereas what we really don't like is turn-based combat. So if we play a game like this, we're like, oh, RPGs are great. This is great. I'm having so much fun.
Wait, Balthier, why are you leveled up?
That's what we don't like is turn-based combat.
Balthier.
We just like to get in there and swing our sword.
Yeah, exactly same. Oh, we just got more robes. Are you the only one who can wear the robes? Oh, you are. Nobody else has Mystic class right now.
I will say 9 is like... It's like...
It's a mix between them.
It's... In terms of gameplay, like the battle, it's even worse for my taste because not only is it turn-based combat, but if you're not fast enough, you'll miss your turn. Mm-hmm. And I don't like that.
But...
I really don't like that.
I know you don't like that, but... Would you say that you do like 9's combat system, if only because of the music?
Yes.
Exactly.
It's worth it.
It's like, and you hear it every time, and you're just like, yes, yes! Even if you're tired of the encounters, you're like, okay, I'm pumped up.
Ikara on Twitch says, I played the hell out of the Souls game, too. We were just talking about that.
We just did a Bloodborne duel.
We did a full playthrough of Bloodborne where Cameron and myself... We raced each other to see who could get to the end first. I lost by 3 bosses. I was 3 bosses behind.
Technically, yes.
I didn't beat Maria. Yeah. I was struggling on fighting Maria, and then I didn't beat Gehrman, and I didn't beat One Presence.
But you did beat Ebrietas.
I did beat Ebrietas.
Yeah. Neither of us went after Orphan of Cause because we were so strained. We were spent. We were trying to get done with it.
I actually don't like their PvE all that much. I get tired of it fast. I mostly played it for PvP.
That's what a lot of people do.
It's honestly like it's some of the most engaging PvP that you could play. Like it's a battle of skill.
Mm-hmm. Which, not to mention, we've mentioned this before too, but Bloodborne has some of the most polite PvP.
Almost every
honorable PvP.
95% of the people that invade my world are some of the most gentlemanly people I've ever had to fight.
You go to an MMO and people are just like, oh, I'm here now, and you're dead.
Yep,
Too bad.
They spawn in, they hit you with everything they got to keep you in one place, but with Bloodborne, someone will invade your world, look for you, find you, run up to you, bow to you to say, I'm here now, I'm making sure that you know that I'm here, let's get ready to fight.
I didn't get too PvP much in Bloodborne system. The system is messy in Bloodborne. That's something we had an issue with because we had a system of like playing cards against each other to make our detriments to our plays.
Yeah, to try and hinder each other.
And we tried. One of the rules was we had to, 1, face each other in PvP at least once, and 2, be summoned by each other to help with a boss at least once before we could complete the game. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, the game would not allow us. The internet would not allow us, or something.
And, like, people were suggesting that maybe it's because we're on the same IP address, but we've co-opted on Bloodborne before with the same IP address, so that wasn't it. It just wouldn't let us. But yeah, that's what Souls used to be like. Nowadays, Dark Souls is one of the most toxic communities
Yeah, the community is
Damn.
still toxic.
I hate.
But the play style is, especially in Bloodborne, is still genuinely-
I'm glad to hear that Bloodborne hasn't been touched by that toxicity then.
I mean, it's been touched by the lore toxicity and the people who claim that it's like one of the best games ever. But that's the toxicity.
It's sad when a game that you like, when the community of a game that you like turns toxic. Because you're like, it used to be different. There used to be class, but now it's just cancerous.
Don't. We have alarm clocks. Princess kisses.
A nice slap out of it.
Get a kiss from Balthier. I'll wake you up.
Kiss from Balthier would wake up anybody.
I actually played FF14 a lot, also PvP, because you mentioned MMO earlier. That's another time. It's a game I want to play so badly, but I lack the funds to play it right now. I have been wanting to play it because so many of my friends now play that game, and they're like, "We want you to play this." I'm like, "I want to play it. I don't have a monthly subscription fund right now."
A lot of PvPers there are actually super nice people if you talk to them in private.
But I hear it's very cutthroat in the PvP there. That's what I hear.
They don't. When it comes to PvP, they see an enemy, and I'm sure it might be the friendliest guy you'll ever meet, but they see an enemy and they'll jump at you. That's what most MMO crafting survival games are like DayZ, Rust, Ark, games like that. The big MMO games, but it's crafting survival. People will just they're hellbent on griefing you.
I noticed that especially in Ark. That's why we didn't play with.
I was so happy that we had our own private server.
Final Fantasy XIV also has no open world PvP. It's dedicated PvP.
That's
good.
what I love.
Yes.
Division does that. If you want a PvP, you go to this little section that's just for you to PvP. This is where you go. If you want to fight other players, you go here. The rest of the map is for everybody else. I love when games do that, where they dedicate a spot for PvP. And if you don't want to run into players, then don't go over there. Problem solved.
My issue with FF14 PvP though is that your issue, or are you about to type it? I'm assuming you're about to type it.
One of the
is that they completely ruined it with Stormblood changes. I'm not sure what Stormblood changes are, as I haven't played it, but
wasn't that like on the title, like FF14 Stormblood?
Yeah, like the expansion or something. Because I know it launched terrible, and then they revamped it.
Now PvP does not use PvE skills anymore, but use specific PvP only actions. Stormblood is an expansion. Okay. One of the big MMO that Cameron and I play, it has open world PvP. There are spots in each continent where it's friendly, but then there are other spots where it can be at war, and then that's when PvP is open. Which kind of you'd think that fits in what I'm talking about. It's got sections for PvP, and if you want to fight, you go there. But this game that we play makes you go there. Like, it forces you into these places. The story quests make you go here. You don't have a choice.
So for PvP, you're forced to make a completely new hotbar and learn skills anew because they work different. That's only annoying, but the worst part is they remove the majority of skills. Let's see.
So you get warmed up to a specific skill set, specific key bindings, key actions, and now you gotta learn a completely new thing. That sucks. It's because it's all like muscle memory. And then if they make it so that if they take things away from you, or they make you have to learn something completely new, now you gotta remember two things.
Waiting for the bird. There he is.
Also, skills took over names and icons, but they changed their effects.
Just trying to
That
steal.
sounds confusing.
There, we got it. Nice.
That was fast.
That was very fast. Can I use anything with you?
It's genuinely
Throw a
super
lightning thing at you. Red Fang!
Look at that. Did you see him eyeballing Vaughn? Like,
Did you?
you dare touch me, boy?
He wants to eat me.
Looks like a shark. The head of a shark. The thing is, the reason they changed PvP.
Don't you run away!
Goodbye.
He'll be back. Come here, ball here. He's coming back. There he is.
One shot. Is because people complained it was too hard, complicated, and unbalanced.
Too hard. Get over yourself.
If you were to say that in other MMOs, like imagine if you were to say that in WoW, like you're a new player and you're like PvP's too hard, you would get so many just spamming in chat, get good. Like, I feel like that's just the normal answer when you say something is too hard. It's just like, well, then get good. It's PvP.
It's PvP.
Like, you're up against people that do this for a living. They optimize their build to be the best in PvP. Because that's the whole reason they got on the game today.
Yeah, you're not supposed to win without practice, they say. It's entirely true.
Just like movies aren't supposed to be hard to make, they're supposed to be easy. Like look at The Revenant. That movie was that movie was super easy to make.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yes. Make it a joke.
What do we want for you, pal? Another gambit for sure. I need gambits. You don't just run up to a professional artist IRL and blame art for being too hard because he does better. Exactly. Someone gets it.
The world needs more people like you.
It's kind of a stupid thing to call PvP hard. Yeah, PvP is not hard. It's hard to learn. It's hard to get better, but it does take practice.
Yeah, it's not hard, it's just you are up against people who have had much more practice than you do. Mm-hmm. They know the ins and outs. You can learn it too, but you gotta put up with some bullshit.
Unfortunately.
You gotta get knocked on your ass a lot before you finally learn
a lot!
Before you finally learn it too. It could come down to the point where what you think is good isn't good enough. And you gotta conform. You gotta change some things up if you really want to be in the running.
Well, Fear, do you want more HP? Yes. As an archer. Old PvP actually had interesting balancing. PvP nowadays, especially in most MMOs, needs a lot of rebalancing.
In what way?
In the way that, for example, let's take Archage for an example. That's a game we play and we really like. There are so many combinations of classes you can take, but only about 3 or 4 are really good.
Only
for
a
PvP.
handful of those classes.
And there's hundreds of classes you can choose.
Yeah, and only a handful of those classes are perfect. Not even perfect. Are ideal for PvP. Like if you choose any other class besides the ones that are ideal for PvP, you won't stand a chance. The people that have chosen those ideal classes will clean you up.
I had a tendency of that tendency of everything being OP if you know what to do, which also meant that when everything is OP, obviously it ends up being equal and skill only again. The old PvP had one single job that was outstandingly bad. Generally, yes. Black Mage was the hardest to play, but it was the only class that had access to sleep, which made up for it. Makes sense. Speaking of, I'm still working on my Final Fantasy D&D that I would very much like help.
I thought you said that you finished it.
No, the concept's finished in my head. I have to write it down.
Oh.
I have to write it all down and then like type it up. But there's still a few classes I have to like completely remake and just get input into so that I can actually be like, hey, okay, now I can be a DM now, even though I'm terrible at it. I've never done it before, but hey, I have the story in my head.
You awake in a castle tower. There is a window. On the floor is a rug.
It's a rug. Black Mage was also the only one who didn't have a dedicated and focused burst, but it made up for that by having consistently insane damage. Most Black Mages do in Final Fantasy.
Are amazing.
Highest total, but least focused. Makes sense.
Even the most adorable,
Despite
even the most adorable Black Mages will kick your ass.
Yeah. Oh, we leveled up. Oops. Can't wait till I can get.
Can't swing your sword when you're burning to death.
I mean, you can. Come on, Assassin's Dagger, will you just kill this thing?
Oh my god. They didn't want it. That was the lingering will.
Everything's a lingering will that doesn't want to die. It is.
Because now we kill it with an assassin's dagger.
Old Black Mage used to just chop a third of your HP every 2.3 seconds.
Damn.
For like almost 10 casts in a repeat. Jeez.
Jeez. I ever hear Final Fantasy 14. Unless they nerfed it.
I heard they introduced Blue Mage in one of the most recent updates.
Can you be a Q?
No.
No, I don't want to be a Blue Mage.
Then it was 5 weak ones and back to Fire Jet. Blue Mage is like
Weird.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say it's weird because it's not a traditional sense of how to Blue Mage. You're still learning them from other enemies, but you're learning them in a weird way. It's like vampirism or something. It's not playable in relevant content. Yeah, it makes sense too. But it looks cool.
I feel like that when a new class is implemented into an MMO, because I hear this happening a lot. They implement a new class because they've got the ideas on paper. They got it down. They've got it down in practice. They've implemented it into the game. In discussion, they're like, this will work. Mm-hmm. But then when they implement it, what they don't factor in is how the players will use it. And it turns out that either the character is absolutely garbage, or the character is absolutely broken beyond belief.
It's side content, basically, not a real class. Which is a shame. See, in the Final Fantasy D&D thing that I'm making, everybody has the potential to be a Blue Mage. It's just naturally that's how you can be. If you get hit with a certain if you take a certain passive, or if the race you have or the class you have has been like, oh, you instantly gain this ability to learn this blue magic from such and such. Either if it casts it on you, or if you witness it, something like that. And that's what I'm putting. That anybody can be a Blue Mage, and Blue Mage is not its own class.
Okay.
From what I heard, FF14 devs actually test each class, surprisingly. Though I heard things of unintended rotations at times. Going down this way.
The only time that instance actually mattered was Monk In both Stormblood and Shadowbringers, Blue Mage learns a spell by seeing it in a synced instance.
Yeah. I like the idea of being able to learn it by witnessing or by being attacked by it. But the best way to learn blue magic is to just see it. Or if you use an ability, like Kamari used Lancet, you could learn blue magic that way.
See, that's why I like Quina the best, because she earns the ability. She has to work for the ability.
And Quina becomes
whereas
one of the best
Kamari
characters.
just presses a button and it's like, I know it now. I can do it.
I can do it.
Quina has to freaking work for his ability.
The only time the instance actually mattered was oh, you said that. Yep. They also messed up the XP system, or rather forgot a certain aspect. I'm hearing a lot of bad things.
A lot of negatives coming in at once.
Despite so many people being like, please play this with us, it's really a good game. Like, I want to. I don't know what I would play, though.
I don't think... When I was done with Archage... When I was done with Archage for the first time, I thought I was done with MMOs. Because in all honesty, they're not my thing. Archage is different, though. Like, it's hard to explain. It's just different. And that's the only reason I'm playing it again, because it came back, and that's why I'm playing an MMO again. But I don't think I'll play any other MMO.
So now you can speed level Blue Mage to max level in literal minutes. Okay. It's not something I want to do, but I mean, if I'm going to be so far behind when I pick it up, then that's probably something I'm going to need to do. I heard they won't take the exploit out because they admit it's their mistake. Okay, that's a different way of putting it.
Our mistake, we messed up, but we're keeping it.
I mean, that's a way of owning up to it, I guess.
Yep, it was our mistake. We know that it kind of makes the game a little stupid, but we're not taking it out.
Oh, I just realized fighting the first demon wall is going to be real hard. We don't have a black mage. That's going to be real hard.
It's an EXP thing that has been from the beginning. But when the blue mage class came in, they kind of forgot that it would mess with the EXP.
Excuse me. Do I have arrow motes? Where are my arrow motes, dude? Yeah, they forgot it was a thing. Okay.
Oops. We live and we learn.
What are you doing? Tell me. I couldn't care less.
Tell me.
You're supposed to be dead.
That's what she does when she comes up to every creature. Just slaps it.
You're supposed to be out. Smack a frickin'.
Smack a cactuar. That was dumb. That was dumb. That was dumb.
That's one thing that I kind of don't like about this game, though. They don't have cactuars. They don't have tomberries either. And those are kind of like staples of Final Fantasy.
I honestly
They have
don't
cactoids.
Like she is kind of a flat character.
She's one-dimensional in a way. Yeah. Most of the characters in this game are.
Yeah, she's a cardboard character. She plays the role of the princess.
Yeah.
That's it. That's her character trait.
Well, I've said this before.
Princess.
I've said this before. This game is Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
Final Fantasy XII is literally Star Wars.
Absolutely.
The first trilogy.
It is absolutely Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's A New Hope. It's a retelling of A New Hope.
Yeah.
She's just rude and stupid to me.
I mean, she is.
Yeah.
She wiggles her ass at everything. See that? Look at what she's doing. Come on, everybody looks at it. It's freaking red.
Because we can't help. Because it's
She's a freaking baboon.
Well, where are we gonna walk? With her facing the camera? Yeah, good luck seeing things. Yeah, let's play like this. How are we gonna see anything?
Help me.
People like you play a female character, and I mean, like say Fortnite or something, when men choose the female characters so that they can look at something. But in a game where like your character is a female character that has interesting features, and people are like, oh, you're just playing that so that you can look at her. It's like, well, what else am I supposed to look at? This is where the camera is, behind her, and I'm looking forward. There's nothing else for me to look at. Is that an Animantos?
It's an Emerald tin. It's got a...
That's what I would have said. That was my second.
I mean, you said Animantoys. There isn't Animantoys in the game. But...
They look like that, though. That's what the Animantoys looks like.
Yeah, they all look like the turtles. Turtle!
Kill it. It's almost dead.
It's got that much HP left.
Oh my god.
Boom, boom, Mr. Bombastic. There we go. I need the... I still can't believe we got a rare game. Like when we first went in here. That's a really rare one. The pineapple.
Pineapples in the desert? Absurd.
Vanilla. You're doing
Bosler, do the meteor thing so you can...
Well, he doesn't do it in this game anymore. He doesn't do it in the Zodiac Age.
Oh, I remember you talking about. Speaking of rare...
Do tell.
You found an 8-leaf clover.
Whoa! 20-leaf clover.
Are you supposed to get a long sword called Dragon Tower or something from...
Yes, it is.
Zodiac?
And I don't think... I've never gotten it.
Sword.
Yeah, there's an invisible sword called the Trango Tower.
I thought that was the invisible bow.
There's an invisible bow called the Seitengrat. And that's the one you get on the airship.
Talk about stupid.
It is. I got that by random my first turn. Wow, really? You got the sword? I don't even know where to get it. Alright, I need to sell stuff, because...
I'm not a true believer, so like, I wouldn't... Not even in my wildest dreams would I get these things on my first run. Absolutely not. That's kind of like how I've played so many Pokemon games, and I've never even seen a shiny Pokemon. Whereas all my other friends that play Pokemon, they're like, oh, I got a shiny as my starter. It's like, oh, I found my 10th shiny. It's like, I haven't even seen one. I've played so many Pokemon games.
I didn't know they existed.
And there were several Pokemon games that I played hours. Like, hundreds of hours I would play those games, and I never saw a single shiny. Ever. I'd even use action replays in Game Shark so I could like give myself every Pokemon that I could think of, and even those weren't shiny. I couldn't get a shiny even if I cheated. I'm sick of it. I want a shiny. I guarantee you, once I do get my first shiny, it's gonna be a stupid first town Pokemon, like a Weedle, like a shiny Weedle or a shiny Zigzagoon.
Question: How exactly does this selling crafting work? Well, you sell all the loot you get, and there's an internal system that it doesn't show you or tell you. But
can you just sell everything and get everything you would?
Yes and no. For example, or do you need to finish one item before it progresses to the next? Yes and no. It's complicated in the way that the game saves everything you sell. But if you sell something that's needed, for example, say like 3 succulent fruits, 3 earth stones, and like 3 large feathers or something. I don't think that's a real bizarre item creation, but let's say you sell those, right? and something shows up that you can buy it. Once you've done that, all those three types of items that you just sold are now back at 0. Once you've sold that again and something else, it's usually a one-time item for Bazaar. It's hard to explain, but the game internally saves everything you sell up to 99, and certain things in the Bazaar, what's the word?
Yeah, that's what I would expect.
Yeah, certain items have multiples where
that sold items only count to one item, not all at once.
Yes, but like one item can use succulent fruits, but another item can also use succulent fruits. So as long as you don't buy the item where you've already used to one that came up, and as long as you get the other items for the other thing you're trying to create, then you can buy 2 items that require the same amount of materials. It's hard to explain. Like I'd have to literally show you. It's easier to explain so I just got a water stone there, right? Say something requires a water stone, but also another item requires a water stone. If you sell enough of the water stones for both of those items, and you sell all the other components as well, 2 of those item creations will show up at the same time. So it doesn't reset the count if you don't buy it. If it shows up in the Bazaar, it's reset to 0. But if you say you have 99 of every item in the game, which is impossible. Say you do though, of every loot item in the game, and you sell all 99 of everything. Everything in the Bazaar will show up, and you can buy them all.
I only have one phrase to say about all that.
Tornestle?
That's bizarre.
I almost just went... So I can just sell everything and lose everything. No, you won't ever lose anything.
There's no.
No, by all means, sell everything you obtain. Sell all the loot you obtain. Don't sell. I will tell you, there are certain things you don't want to sell. Don't sell your teleport stones. You want those. Don't sell your. Don't sell High Arcana. Don't sell if you want to get the Tornestle, but you've already got the Great Trango, which is better. So, the Tornestle is a side quest all in itself, and it's like 7 side quests all at once. It's ridiculous what you need to do to get it, but it's worth it. It's one of the few things that's worth it. It's just painstaking. You need 3 Gem Steel, 3 Serpentarius, and 3 Imperial Souls to get that. What about hunt items? You're gonna have to be more specific about that. Like things you get for hunts, like
Albano lilies?
No, they're extra berries. All right, are you talking about rewards you get for completing a hunt? If you want to sell them, yeah. Certain things are needed to make like High Arcana though, or like an Imperial Soul. For example, one of the components is a soul powder that you get. Don't sell that soul powder. Wait till you, if you want, look up a guide on how to create the Tornestle. I know how to do it by just doing it so often, but it is long and complicated and based on RNG to get it. Several hunts give you one-time items. Yes, they do. If you get a weapon, usually from a hunt, it's usually a one-time item, so I wouldn't sell those. And a lot of them are, especially towards the end of the game, are end-game weapons and the final tier of their categories. So I wouldn't sell those unless you never plan on using it. I know a lot about this game, but there's a lot that's hard to explain without showing. Let me see if this can help. So I got some loot right here, right? I never sell my Great Serpent Skin because that's needed for a side quest in the Ester Sand to get into Barheim Passage. So for example, if let's say I sell 1 Earthstone, 1 Waterstone, 1 Succulent Fruit, and let's just for some reason say that opens up a Bazaar item, right? So those items are now consumed and brought back to 0. But if I sell multiple of them, and something else is using, like, the Succulent Fruit or the Earthstone for its creation, then that goes towards that item's creation. You just have to sell the other items in order to open that up. I hope that makes sense. I'm very terrible at talking about things like that.
When it comes to my knowledge about it, I got nothing, so we're gonna have to go with your explanation.
I mean, this is probably the one game besides Dissidia and Duodecim that I've played more than any other game. And that's saying something. Like, I know more about this game than I do of Final Fantasy 9 and 10.
Hot damn. Don't worry, I'm not stupid and have slight idea.
I wasn't trying to insult your intelligence here, I'm sorry. It's hard for me to explain. I just hope I was able to get my point across. I'm not as intelligent as I don't look. So... What? Hey. I'm gonna kill it. We're gonna go into the Tomb of Wraithwall.
A sarcophagus! Tavla, how did you know it was a sarcophagus?
It felt you were expecting me not being that intelligent, but it's fine. I'm sorry, I wasn't at all trying to imply that in any way. I am terrible at explaining things. I wasn't sure if I was coming across as the correct explanation. So again, I apologize. There's a lot I know about this game. Not the best at explaining it. Let's just leave it at that. As you expect me to not understand knowing things that I do. I'm sorry, I don't know what you know.
It's as if someone was to... it's as if, like, say I was playing Resident Evil 5, and someone was to walk in, and they saw me playing...
5 or 4?
5.
Okay.
And they saw me shooting, the enemies in the game. And they just asked the simple question, why are they attacking you? I'd have to explain so much
Resident Evil lore
to get the point across.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an easy question. A simple question like, why are they attacking you? In terms of Resident Evil lore, that is not a simple question.
Well, I'm dead.
Good night, sweet princess.
Play a lot of games that doesn't need to know how things work. I'm the same way. Especially like I'm like, I know how that's supposed to work, and if it doesn't go that way, I'm like, this game is against me. To be fair, these games are usually against me. You can just say, why are zombies attacking people in movies? Why? No one knows.
Like your answer too.
That's true. Balance. Now we have balance. Go meteor. Oh, big! And dead. Big dead fish.
I feel like it would be a better, like if someone was to ask a question where you would have to dive deep into the lore to explain, I feel like it is a better answer to be like, I don't know, why is the grass green? Like, I feel like it's a better answer to give them a question back than to dive into the lore, because when you dive into the lore just out of nowhere and catch them off guard, you run the risk of overloading them, and
right.
that could damage a person.
Unless they specifically want to know more about
unless
the lore.
yes, unless they actively say no, I want to know the actual answer. I feel like giving them a question is the safer bet if someone asks you a very in-depth question, because they don't know. They don't know that they're about to get hit with such lore garbage that they don't care about.
So I'm just grinding a bunch of license points right now, which is super fast. I could be playing this at 4 times speed. I don't want to. I don't want to hurt my brain too much.
Oh,
Yeah,
but this is fine.
Yeah,
2 times speed is
This
fine.
is too slow.
I think that's perfect.
Look how slow you are.
Yeah, I can concentrate.
Ugh! Like, it's such a telegraphed swing. How can no one dodge that?
Because everybody else is
Ugh!
also at this speed.
Yeah, that's why this feels normal to me. And I generally enjoy looking a lot of things up because as efficient as they can be. I'm the same way. I'll look things up on like a Wikipedia, or I'll just be like, if I want to know more about the lore, I'll literally look into as many sources as I can find to find out about it.
So you jog this fast. You tip-tap around this fast. Just normally, this is your jog speed.
Isn't it yours?
No. My jog speed is more like normal time. It's pacing yourself. If you were to jog that speed, you'd be winded after a few seconds. You'd be like, all right, I gotta take a break.
Usually, it's because the battle speed is more
Okay.
normal for this speed.
Yes, I get it. I understand.
Running, not so much. Usually I tend not to play min-max, but just knowing is nice. To mix fun and efficiency is my personal preference. I agree. I'm of the same category, but I also like to challenge myself too, as Marshall can attest. I have a save file on here that's New Game Minus. After you beat the challenge mode, the trial mode, you can start New Game Minus, which makes everybody level 1, or their starting levels when you get them, which is Vaughn's level 1, Balthier and Fran are 2, and Bosch, Ash, and Penel are level 3.
Do you hate yourself?
It's so fun!
Play new game minus.
You want me to play New Game Minus?
That's not what
I
I'm
have a
saying.
save file.
That's not what I'm saying.
Getting to that though was tough.
I'm just saying that's like when it's when it comes to the souls, the bottom level, the no XPs in Kingdom Hearts. It's like, do you hate yourself?
Play this game.
Here's an option.
Give us your credit card.
Here's an option for you. Right here.
I only use speed up for increased movement speed. I like base combat speed. I'm the opposite because honestly, this is about as fast as it went in Final Fantasy XII Original on PS2. Just not the running speed. Now, yeah, I don't like these types of challenges. Can you level them up though in the New Game Minus? No, you cannot. You can gain license points, but they will not gain experience.
I hate those challenges. I was possessed by some unforeseen force when out of the blue I said, let's play Aventus no XP.
See, this is why
mode. I don't know what was wrong with me. I think I was sick. I was ill.
it was your idea.
I know I was ill. Like, I hate those challenges. Do you hate yourself indeed?
What happened? When did she lose out on XP? Whatever.
She died.
Did she die? Penel didn't die.
Okay, well. We're talking about Ash.
Guys, settle down.
Getting a little gusty in here.
You hate yourself indeed.
It reminds me of a Rhinoc enemy from Spyro 3.
The gustiness.
Yes.
I like difficulty when it's fair and still within the normal workings of a game. That's how it is in this game, and nobody understands that. You are like, why do you hate yourself? I'm just like, it literally, the game is programmed for you to be able to do it.
Why would you do it?
Because
it's
a challenge.
Why would you hate yourself?
But the thing is,
why
also,
do you just say, I want to be... I want you to cut off my legs, cut off my arms, and cut off my nuts, and throw me into the ocean. That is what I want you to do to me.
I don't believe you. But anyways...
That's what these game modes are.
No, they're not.
That's what they are.
It's meant to be a challenge for people who know how to play the game, who know the inner workings of it, know how to use it to their best advantage, and want to challenge themselves in one of their favorite games.
I know how to swim. I know how to float. I know how to preserve my air.
But
cut off my arms, cut off my limbs and my nuts, and throw me out into the ocean.
I've done the same thing in Final Fantasy X with a single character challenges.
Why did we do that?
Because it was fun. Do you not think it was fun? It was interesting.
It was terrible. There were so many instances where it was just grinding. Like that's awful.
All that I did on my own time.
Terrible.
If that make
what
difficulty,
a terrible idea.
It's like Dark Souls or Neo.
For endgame difficulty over limited difficulty.
Yeah.
There are just some game modes where it is for masochists.
It's not though. Like
it is
like
though.
the Bloodborne Blood Level 4 challenge.
It is though. It's for masochists.
You like that video?
I like the video because he made it funny. That's why I like it. He used good music and he made it comedic. Otherwise, if I was to just watch a guy like do a full playthrough of I'm gonna play BL4 on Bloodborne, I'd be like, this is so stupid.
Why do you hate yourself?
You hate yourself. I hate you for hating yourself. Why are you doing this?
Okay. Nobody's a monk.
So entitled.
What do you mean I'm so entitled?
Not you.
Oh. Like what? Why would you say such things?
Not you.
Ooh, we have a lot of bent staffs. That's good money. We have 3,000 gills.
Staff.
Alright, so here's another thing. Selling one rainbow egg is a repeatable loot. You sell one rainbow egg, and it gives you, in the bazaar, I'll show you, gives you the high potion pack. So that gives me 10 high potions. I sell another one, it comes back. High potion pack. It's a repeatable loot. What the heck is this? I don't want it. So that's just more information. Ooh. Heavy lance! Time for Ash to get her spear. A longbow. Are you serious? Holy crap. We get some good money here. Nobody can use these things. Vaughn has a...
How do you get these weird wisdoms?
Several years of playing a game and looking up intently how to do said games. Oh man, losing money. Don't need those. Do need those. We still don't have a black mage, and that frightens me.
It'll be fine.
Oh, the bizarre wisdoms. A lot of information looking up. One of those. One of those. Or techniques or whatever. Yeah, a lot of it was me looking into information, how to get things, but also just after playing this for so long and just, oh yeah, that gets me that gets me that. Such and such. Fran can get some armor. You don't need that. Give you a heavy coat.
No, the in-game items called that.
Oh.
Or techniques or whatever.
the what? I feel like I'm missing something. IRC, they were for stealing increases. I don't know. Now there is no, aside from thieves' gloves. I'm not sure. My brain's a little fried right now. Having to explain some things. Alright, need you to have that. Holy crap, your damage went up.
In Balfenheim, it pops up after a few shops. Battle Mage, Wisdom, or something.
Battle Mage?
Is there a move called Battle Mage Wisdom that increases your steel? A technique, a magic, something, anything? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I don't think so. Passive item? I don't remember that. To allow more rare steals. There are equipment. There is an accessory called Thieves' Gloves that helps you. It doubles your chance for stealing rare items. And allows you to steal multiple items at times. But there is no technique or ability that allows you to do such. And they are usually relatively later in the game. But yeah, there's no, that I'm remembering off the top of my head, there's no bonus you can, or passive you can give yourself to allow that. I believe everyone is outfitted. Well, except for Penello. Passive item. Oh yeah, there's an accessory. The Thief's Gloves. So there is that. Yeah, that one I know is really late too. Yeah. Aside from that, but you can't get multiple of them in the game.
Oh, well, be careful.
I don't want to save. We're gonna need pretty soon more. Once we beat, oh boy! Once we beat this area, we'll be able to get our second classes, which I'll try and get through this as quickly as possible. There's a big boat. You know what? No, we don't need Vaughn. Actually, no. Yeah, we don't need Vaughn. Let's bring out all our ranged weapon dudes and just useless. Yeah, this isn't a boss.
Kidding? This is nonsense.
Look at this. This is a boss. Useless. Yeah, nobody cares. Nice hat. Now the boss up ahead, though, the first demon wall.
I saw someone do a no running challenge.
How do you do? Just walk the entire time, including not running from optional. Oh, like a no fleeing.
Oh, okay, no fleeing.
Yeah, I don't flee very often unless I really need to get out of somewhere. But even then, I'm just like, I don't need to. All right, this is. Wait a second. What can we do? We just gotta go back and kill that.
The turtle cries.
We gotta kill
He
that.
was playing all Final Fantasies. It was as a general across all of them.
Oh, I gotcha. No fleeing at all in any Final Fantasy. That's a decent challenge. However, we have to go back and kill some hunts.
I see that as another why do you hate yourself?
8 teleport stones left for more contacts. Gotcha.
That's someone who says, I want to die sooner, so let me do something that takes years off my life.
Yeah, he killed the first demon wall without grinding. Yeah, I'm not going to grind either. I just don't think I have the right setup to face it. If that makes sense. Overlord, let's go kill it.
Yeah, you kept saying that you don't have a black mage or a mage of any kind.
Really, I don't. I mean, I have... Pinello has
you got nodes.
45. Fran has 33. Ash has more magic, and she's a freaking Ulan.
Way to go, Ash. You win.
She can have even more magic. Like, let's give you... Can you equip it? You can't equip it. Fran, useless. Let's make sure Fran can equip that. Yeah, that right there.
He was on Switch, so he just went a double red mage and one black mage. Excuse me. And spammed arrow. For
that's how you do it. You spam arrow. You take off reflect with the dispel mote, and then you just spam arrow at it. I have an Araga mote, which I'm going to use with Pinello, but everyone needs more magic to face this.
Respect after. And respect after.
Oh, you respect. I gotcha. Because on Switch, you're able to do that. Beep, 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 beep. Fran, I can't use anything. You need something. Bosh. What do you need?
Another thing that I liked about choosing your classes in this game than just having free reign to do whatever you wanted in previous games was when you chose a class, it told you what you could use.
Yeah.
So it's like, these are your weapons, this is your armor. And so optimizing your character's build was easy. It wasn't even a challenge. You just chose the next highest weapon.
Why reflect though? Does it do increased damage because the defenses? No. The demon wall comes with reflect equipped on it, so you have to use a dispel mode in order to cast magic at it. That's why I was saying I need to get. I have a dispel mode. I just need to use it. Ash, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. I hope. And by a lot of damage, I mean a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. She probably needs more magic. Let's give her more magic. She don't need it. She don't need it. But we getting it. What's this? Yes, magic.
I got you.
Around. Magic. Give me magic. No, we give you magic. I heard something on reflect strats on endgame. Yeah, with a black mage, if you cast like a Faraga or Scathe, the highest magic in that game, if you cast that on your party and all your party has reflect on, it will cast for one cast of Faraga or one cast of Scathe, it'll cast Scathe 4 times on the enemies.
You should do that whenever you want to cast a spell.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage. You need more damage. You need shields. Shield block. Focus. 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 What's up here? What's up here? Battle. Potions. What do we want? Swiftness? Could go for some swiftness. Swiftness? You need the speed.
We're coming down with the swiftness.
Look at all that swift actions. Wait, there's that one. That one. Where's the other one? 1, 2. Is there a third one? 2. I thought there was a third one. Do archers not get a third swiftness? Guess not.
He's got enough swiftness as it is. The boy will he'll be able to just dodge every swipe.
Wait, we're gonna go kill a
shot.
Wyvern Lord first. And
Alright.
then we're gonna... Then we're gonna go through the Tomb of Wraith Wall. In attempt, we don't have a black mage or a red mage, and we can't respec, so we're kind of stuffed. It's one of your favorite musics. I know you like the Esther Sand music, though. He's in the weapon shop? Magic shop? Where are you at?
Who, Miguelo?
No.
When was the last time we paid him a visit?
He's
Oh,
in the weapon
Miguelo.
shop.
I missed your melodious voice.
You miss his whiskey gargles.
Yep. Nothing like rocks to send you to sleep.
Grinding, the sound of grinding rocks. Dude. You.
Boy, you stole my purse.
No, it's not him.
I'll have you.
I'll have you.
What? Haven't paid?
What? Why does no one
The man
understand?
had a mission. And
Man had a mission.
he was gonna see it through.
So he just raised his voice until it broke the sound barrier. I used to love FF12's voicing so much. I do too. I actually really enjoy the voice acting of 12.
Did you like the voice acting of 12, or did you just like Balthier?
No, I like the voice acting of 12. I really do. The only one who I really don't like is Penel. There's something about her. It sounds like she's not near the mic. Dreamus Mayers on Twitch. Both lol. Hi, dude. Hi, dude. Oh, yeah, you're both here.
My chocobos.
My chocobos you got right there. I'll see the downs if I'm not mistaken. Freaking John DiMaggio was like 3 different voice actors in this game. Same with Final Fantasy X. He was Kamari and Waka.
That was his game.
In this game, he's Miguelo and Gilgamesh.
There were so many. Like, as a kid, when I would play games, I wouldn't like connect the dots that the voice actor was playing multiple roles.
Mm-hmm.
And looking back at those games now that I'm older, I see that there were some games that belonged to a certain voice actor, like Jim Cummings, the voice actor of Winnie the Pooh. He owned the Sarge's Heroes game. Like, he was every male voice in that game was
Really?
him. Yeah, it was him. Tom Kenny pretty much owned the old Spyro games. There was a lot of voices. There was a lot of male voice roles that was his voice.
Wasn't Greg Berger?
It was him and Greg Berger. That was their game.
Jacked was there.
Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. It was SpongeBob and Inject.
SpongeBob and Jay.
They made
Boy!
boy. They made they made Spyro 2. Hey, Jax! You'll never get a boating license. You can't even catch a ball.
You dumb kid. Clear all these. Gusty! Gusties! Alright. So, again? Would you be so kind?
Thanks.
Oh, dear.
Oh boy, that's a big one.
Okay, so I'm not doing it in this game, but for the New Game Minus challenge, this specific hunt is necessary to not kill until you get rare steals from him 3 times. Because his rare steal is a Yensafin, and you sell 3 of those plus 3 of something else and 2 of something else, and you can get the 3rd strongest gun in the game, all before you even go into Wraithwall. The 3rd strongest gun in the game, and guns do not stack with anything. They do flat damage based on their armor-piercing capability. Absolutely, you need a gunner, a machinist, a machinist. You need a gunner in New Game Minus, or you will not win. That is the thing, and I have it. I have Fran as my gunner because she excels in no stats, but she's perfect for
I
it.
think I hate that even more. It's that brings you back to like late '90s games, like 90s adventures games, where if you don't do something exactly right, if you don't do this before this, like if you do this too soon, you lose the game.
Oh no,
and
no,
you'll never know it.
It's nothing like that. It's not necessary.
That's what you're making it. That's what you're making it sound like.
No, you having a machinist.
If you
is
don't have a
absolutely
gunner, you
necessary.
will lose.
Yes, because
you lose the game if you don't have a gunner. That's what it sounds like. It's
you'll
along the same
you'll
line.
have the hardest time playing a New Game Minus without a gunner because you can't level up.
Yeah, Ike Hara says, yeah, I hate exploit strats, lol, or forced strats.
Yeah, but that's the thing though.
There's
It's a challenge in and of itself, so you gotta understand.
How is it a challenge though if there's only one way to play? It's not a challenge because everyone
It's
will
already a challenge
everyone
because you're
will
playing
do the
New Game
same.
Minus.
Everyone will do the same thing. Everyone will get the gunner. Everyone will get the 3rd strongest gun of the game, and then there you go. You're on the way to win.
You can only get 1 3rd strongest gun in the
Other
game.
than that, if you don't follow the path like everyone else, you will fail. I don't.
I had fun with
I don't
it. You
condone
guys,
that.
you
I do
don't
not-
have to. I had
do not
fun with it.
condone.
Selling my stuff. Again. Don't.
Yeah, I hate being meta.
A lot of people don't like being meta. I can understand that.
I like being different. I like doing my own thing. I don't like following the fold. When I know that I am following the fold, I get so mad. I'm just like, oh, I'm no better than the hundreds of people that were ahead of me. I'm no different.
Okay, what can I buy? You can get a chopper.
Came to say hi because I can't stay long. Thank you for saying hi.
Give you a soldier's cap. Van. A balaclava.
Yeah.
Give you a windbreaker.
You know how some people they play.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa. That's different.
Thank you for the follow.
That's
but
not my. Thank you for the follow, but that's not my.
It's not your
That's
icon.
Were you supposed to be there? What the hell?
What happened?
How the heck was that? Actually, that was the first time we got a Twitch alert.
Oh, that might be it. Yeah.
Okay. Anytime we've gotten followers on Twitch, we've never gotten the alert. This was the first time that we got a Twitch follow alert. But thank you, though.
Thank you. Alright, we're gonna go in. We're gonna attempt this. I'm going to save. Which one was it? Dreadnought Leviathan. Dreadnought Leviathan, yes. Hey, so I'm special. Well, you're special, alright. Yeah, that's my new game minus save file.
Enjoy it.
Maybe before we go off, I'll show you what all I've entailed. I'm at the point where in that game I have to grind if I want the ultimate weapons. And it's not even that. I don't even have to grind. I have to like exploit the game and be like, okay, I got to do this, cure this many times, get this number. Now I can go loot that treasure chest and get the item I want.
Okay.
It's the same thing of getting the Seitengrat, which I'm not using in that game. Okay.
I'll be mad if you use that.
No, I don't use that in that game.
I'll be upset.
Okay, we want Ash, we want Pinello.
Like, how dare you?
What do you have?
Sounds fun.
Rainbow.
Oh, don't it?
Let's get the girls out.
Ladies night out.
Okay.
Hellfire.
White
Dark
fire.
fire.
White fire. Dark fire.
What's the difference?
Would
you rather? I'm gonna send this question out to everybody. Would you rather be burned by dark fire or white fire? You're going to be burned to death. Would you rather be dark fire or white fire?
Oh, it doesn't start with reflect. That's weird. Okay, wait. Who has the highest magic?
I want a full essay analysis.
Ash can use arrow mote. Bran can use a reflecta mote. Oh, it pierces reflect. That's great. Use a shock mode, please. This isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work. I should have fought. Arrow mode. Oh boy, none of us have quickenings either. This is bad. I think we're gonna die here.
Can't you run away from it?
We can run away, yes.
We're pulling out
literally all the stops right now.
Plan A was doomed from the beginning, so we started with Plan B. Plan B went out the window. Plan C went out the window. We're at Plan D right now.
Oh, Vossler's in the void? Great.
Plan D isn't looking so great.
Yeah, this is looking bad.
Alright, Plan E.
Lightning. I missed. Oh, it's immune. It's not good.
Plan F.
Plan F. I think he heals from dark. Immune to gravity. No. I don't know any magic.
We need a Plan F.
We don't have a black mage. This is bad. We're gonna die.
Oh no, you're almost at the...
Yeah. We're
Plan F for... It. That's Plan F.
No, the door! She would not go through the door.
Plan F for it.
Get it.
That's Plan F. Plan F was a success. Good job, everybody. High fives all around.
The wall comes. We must be quick. Together we can bring it down.
Okay.
Are you doomed? You're doomed. God damn. Did you just kill me?
That came from our Bloodborne, right? Yeah, that came from our Bloodborne.
Did it?
You're like, it was. I think it's when we were fighting Lady Maria. That joke.
Oh
came about.
yeah.
Yeah, as you're like bouncing back and forth past each other, evading each other's strikes. You just like slide past each other, and you're both just like you're both out of breath. But then you know, neither of you. Your adrenaline is so high that neither of you knows what's happening right now, and then you just go, "Did you just kill me?" And then they're just like, "I think so." And then you're like, "Yep, you just killed me. You just killed me. Yep, you got me."
Yeah, this demon wall, the one you have to kill, is a joke.
Yeah.
The first one is much tougher, and you have a shorter time to kill it. And we will go back to kill it. It's just that right now we kind of can't. We can't go back right now. We'll go back and kill it before we go to the next section. We need a... Oh, we don't need you. We need... You seem like you're getting bored.
Not that I'm getting bored, it's that I'm getting tired.
I feel you.
Eyes are getting heavy, but I'm doing my best to stay with it.
And it's only quarter to 6.
There was little sleep.
I'm surprised at that.
As
Actually,
per usual. It's usually I usually do pull all-nighters on days when I know that we stream after, because the stream helps keep me awake.
Mm-hmm. You didn't have coffee either.
I made a cup, and then you said do you want to go to the grocery store? So I had a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I can't drink it.
That was... Let's go to the mall.
Speaking of bats, I beat Batman Arkham Knight again.
You beat Batman.
I beat Batman.
Speaking of bats,
again.
Beat Bat. Arkham Bat.
In the morning or evening, it is the evening for us. It is 5:46 p.m.
5:46.
Those jars are gonna eat you.
It's 11:46 there. Nighttime. Gotcha. Like now we have someone in German following. We had
such a
diverse.
U.S. or near. Yes.
Yeah, we're in the U.S.
Yeah, US.
East Coast.
It's a very diverse channel.
We've had French. We've had Russian. We've had. Didn't we have was it Norwegian? I think. We had Irish. I think, if I remember correctly. And.
I see. Well, bless
Mexican.
Bless everybody that
Oh, that's the internet. Yeah.
All those, all the people from other countries that have come to watch us. Like, bless them for,
sticking in
taking the time to, like, they understood us rather than us, like, try to understand them.
We're degenerates.
We had a loyal viewer from France, and they initially started speaking, like, they kind of spoke English, but it wasn't their primary language. Of course, but they knew a little bit of it, but they would often speak in French, and we would take the time to go into Google Translate and figure out what they were saying. But then after a while, they were just like, all right, they were like, all right, I've made you guys suffer enough. Now I'm just going to try my best to speak English.
And yeah, it was remarkable.
That's the internet. I feel like wherever, like, whether it's a gaming community or whether it's...
You guys can literally pick yourself up.
Or whether it's, like, a following. I tend to attract a lot of Canadians.
Do you?
Yes. Like, when I first started to get into Discord, and I started, like, grouping up with a bunch of, like I joined my first, like, gamer group, they were all Canadians, and I was the only American.
I just always had the want to go in English, as that's the shared language. Yeah, it's the universal shared language of the world. And it's the hardest thing to learn. So props to anybody who learns our language.
Yeah.
Especially Americanized. Jeez.
I speak more English than German, honestly. I mean, yeah, if you didn't say that you were German, I would have just assumed that you were English.
Yeah. Wouldn't have had any idea.
Like, you've had no typos. Your grammar's good.
Just Jelba?
I would have just assumed that you spoke English as your primary language. It's very impressive. But yeah, it's just seems like wherever I go, I'm always interacting with Canadians.
Guess something against Canadians?
No, it just seems like I can't get away. Hey.
Yeah, I really care about my language too. Which is good. Kill it. I want to kill some Talos.
May Talos guide.
Talos guide. Come here, Batman! That's dead. Batman. Yeah. Give me those points. Did we level up? We did. Did we? Ash, you're about to die, so, like... Oh, boy.
What'd you do?
They killed it, but right as she died.
Oh, she was doomed.
Yeah. That's okay, though.
And I taught myself, copy from people I meet, so my English is more realistic than school English, too. Yeah, because what English actually is more slang than anything.
It is literally more slang.
Like, it's a bunch of... We take the English language and we come up with different ways to say it, different ways to add in other words, different ways to shorten those words, and different ways to add punctuations. And that's what makes English so difficult, is you have to factor in our slang. And that's not what school teaches you.
School doesn't teach you anything.
just more proof that school slows you down. Just takes your money.
Vanish. Vanish, the most useless
but
magic
the world wants to see that paper, that piece of paper that says you made it.
It's kind of fun, in my opinion, to be honest. All more power to have fun, then. I'm stoned.
Since you can, in some way, do whatever you want, be fancy, and still be correct.
That is a positive way to look at its outlook. Lich! See how she spins her spear?
Sure. I was more looking at the ghost that was causing you harm. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah, like an extra spin that didn't even matter. Just did it for show.
Yeah, she does it all for show.
Good job. Whoa. Maybe you can get a double strike in there if you just moved in a bit. You could hit it twice.
That's just something I was gonna show you. Let's kill some more liches. We could have totally jumped that, but we're idiots.
You wanted liches.
So, you know how in a lot of games you can't jump?
Yes.
Like, especially Final Fantasy games?
Especially RPGs like this.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need for you to jump unless you're in the specific area that jumps you from one spot to the next.
Yeah.
Because it's part of a puzzle.
But if you think about it, someone made a point saying, they were like, man, I really hate it that, you know, games don't let you to jump when you could so easily just jump somewhere, right? In F14 you can, yes. I'm getting to a point though, and then someone else was like, how often do you jump in real life? And they were just like, we know how to jump? We can do that?
I mean, the ability to, just having the ability to jump, or even the ability to vault,
yeah,
is nice to have in your belt, because then you won't have to go, you could just, you know, vault over that fence rather than go through the minefield and through the haunted barn and through the, you know, possessed asylum and fight that very terrible boss fight that's been stalking you through the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
If you could just step over that fence, you'd be able to bypass all of that.
I like jumping just for the fun, even if it did nothing. I agree with you. I jump everywhere when I get the chance to jump.
It's just like, I haven't jumped in a while.
I did that in Halo all the time. Jumping was almost unnecessary, but boy, I jumped everywhere. And then it turns out, oh, it helps you out a lot in matchmaking.
That's how you play. You jump. If you don't jump, you're at an extreme disadvantage, my friend.
Filthy casual, which you were.
Not a Chad Master Race if you don't jump.
Parry this, you casual.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like, it's just something that... I hate it when I do that. Just something I felt like bringing up, because...
What about jump strikes? Like, if a weapon and you wanted to get up more high, you jump and strike down?
That's the thing, though. I do that in D&D a lot, and it's so complicated for a DM to do calculations like that, because I'm like, what if I jumped and attacked while I was coming down? Well, and the DM's like, well, technically you do more damage, especially with momentum, but that's a lot to calculate.
I would say I would want you to roll a evasion save, and if you fail it, then you sprained your ankle on the way down. You misplaced your landing.
Yeah, it'd be one. You'd have to do
you're a little crippled.
You'd have to do an athletics check to do that. Then you'd have to do like a dexterity saving throw. To see if you, like, sprain your ankle, and then you'd have to do, like, another dexterity saving throw to see if you're accurate enough.
This is why I could never be a DM.
Like
maybe in the long run I'd be able to tell a story, but I would never be able to, if someone said, I want to do this, and this to this enemy, I'd be like, you got it. Good job, you killed it. It sounds like you did a lot, so yeah, you killed it.
Can't you simply make it a jump and falling state for that? But then, yes, you can, but then you gotta take into account how high you've jumped, how far you've jumped, or how far you're falling, and if you're gonna take damage from the falling as well. Some DMs are literally out there to kill you, too.
I want to combine this magic tome with this piece of equipment that I found 20 quests ago.
Do you know how to enchant?
And I want to cast it on this creature's leg while casting this enchantment on and curse on this creature's left ear. And I just be like, you made the DM's head hurt and your character drops dead.
your character drops dead. Wait, why? How did my character die? A meteor came out of the sky.
Meteor.
Landed right on you.
I would make sure that every battle took place during a lightning storm. So if you say something that just makes my brain hurt, I'd be like, oh, your character got struck by lightning.
Am I dead? You're out.
You're dead. Your character is no more.
Okay,
your
you're on the ground with 0 HP. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Your character was wearing full plate armor, so yeah, the lightning rolled around in your armor and exited through the top. Your head is gone.
You just reminded me of Vagrant's story. You know it? I know of it, and I know it's technically a part of the Evilise universe. Or world, I should say. Just like Final Fantasy Tactics is, and they're all the same world. Final Fantasy XII is the first of all of them. Despite it being like the last game that came out of the series. I'm gonna get that blood sword.
I had specific body part targeting. It's like VATS.
Mm-hmm.
If only VATS went like deeper, where it's like I want to target the left leg. Now I want to target the foot. Now I want to target the big toe. Shoot. Which I think affected enemies. I'd say yeah, for specific enemies it could probably do more damage. Or if you blew off a target's leg, then hey, that guy doesn't have a leg anymore. Still alive, but he doesn't have a leg anymore.
Hey, you guys ready to kill this thing? Do you have your aqua shot? You do. Like, you see that thing, kind of. I liked Tokiden for that. Not sure what Tokiden is. Look at this thing. I saw that thing and I'm like, oh, it's coming to life. It's like Lawrence.
It's like, oh, please God, oh, please God, oh, please God, oh, please God.
Steal Bosch. You've never done it before, but do it. You couldn't do it.
Dude, Bosch would just grab you. He'd grab you and just fumble around in your pockets, be like, what do you got? Vaughn comes up, he pickpockets. Balthier comes up, he pickpockets. Bosch comes up and he's just like, oh God.
You were able to cut off body parts like Monster Hunter, with the difference that every part would be cut off, not just damaged. So you could literally cut to legs and tails, and it would lose absolutely all special effects and elements attached to it.
Yeah.
Nice. See, I want to include that in my Final Fantasy D&D thing, but as a lot of people have pointed out to me, they're like, that's a very disincentive to continue playing your game. If your character loses their arm, but they're still alive, they're at an extreme disadvantage now. They can't do anything else with that arm.
How many characters in fictional scenarios or even real life scenarios lost an arm or a leg and they kept going?
Exactly.
If you gave up because your character lost an arm, then you don't deserve. You just don't deserve to be here.
You just don't deserve.
You're a quitter.
And, but regrow in spirit, so it's possible to pull it off. But they're demons, so regrow makes sense. Yeah.
Did Batgirl give up when she lost the control of her legs? No. Did
she almost did?
She almost.
Beep, 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 beep.
Did Anakin Skywalker,
Yes.
did Luke Skywalker give up when they lost their arm and hand? No. Did Anakin give up when he lost everything else? No. Not like he had a choice, but he didn't give up.
Alright. To everybody watching, now's the chance.
Did Captain Hook give up when he lost his hand? Absolutely not. He's still fighting to this day. That's a fighter.
Alright, folks. It is now the time to choose more classes for our characters. Vaughn, Balthier, Fran, Bosch, Ash, and Penelo. Spinning. However,
How do you want to assign second classes?
audience choice.
Audience choice.
I have to make it so that everybody can actually get it first. You can get it.
Alternative build, lore logic, efficiency.
There's no such thing as efficiency.
Audience choice. If you wanna tank it, you tank it. If you wanna say this for this person's class, this is more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Help us out.
If you want to help us out, if you want
give us
to
that
do
path.
it. Yeah, if you want to screw us up, do it.
You,
But we're doing Vaughn right now, so let us know. Vaughn is a Shikari. He's the dagger wielder. He can wield ninja swords and shields. What else could he be?
I like cracked my chest the other day.
Adrima Myers says, Fran, we're on Vaughn right now. We will get to Fran. But I can't exit now because we have selected this. So we need some votes. We need some.
Yeah, I like popped my chest the other day. Like I felt like tension like in the middle of my chest. So I went like this and I popped it, and it still hurts. This was like this was a couple days ago.
I had a pinched nerve in my back a few weeks ago that's still there, but it was unbearable to just relax for me. It hurt to breathe, and I was like literally on my hands and knees in pain.
Yeah, it hurts to sneeze.
Ultimore says, "Kill Vaughn, White Mage, so he can stay away from the party."
Well, if you kill Vaughn, you won't be able to. No, I know it's my money, it's my game. Kill him. But Vaughn is dead.
Current group
is now no way to. Well worth it, mate. Well worth it. This show is shite. Let's take another call.
Alright, kill Vaughn, make him a white mage. But we already have a white mage.
Ultimore is now following. I'm glad that the Twitch alerts are now working, but I have to adjust it so that we get Ryu in there again. Thank you for the follow, though.
Yes, thank you. Ikehara says, my Vaughn is Shikari Monk. Anyone else?
This is the perfect time that we're starting to get a little bit more traffic in here.
Yeah.
We need votes on what to make Vaughn. We're picking classes. We're picking second classes now for our characters, and it is viewers' choice for what the class is. Place your votes. It is up to you.
We are waiting on you guys.
When one thing doesn't work, another thing works. Couldn't get the Elgato S Plus to work.
Which class is the most useless? The Archer class.
But the Twitch following now works.
Or the Fullbreaker class. What Ultimore said. So we want Vaughn to be useless?
You want to put a brick on Vaughn's foot? Give him some cinder block shoes?
Can make him a Fullbreaker? He already has
yes.
a lot. He already has a lot of these licenses, so he would actually be detrimented by doing this because he already has so much. He would just get stronger. That's really it. And he could wield axes and hammers instead of just daggers. He needs to go swim with the fishes. All right, I guess Vaughn's gonna be a Fullbreaker then, if that's what everybody wants. He gets almost
Vaughn,
no
you and
development.
you and I are gonna go on a little fishing trip. We're gonna get you.
Why do you hate Vaughn so much?
We're gonna get you a new pair of shoes, and you and I are gonna go for a fishing trip. Just you and me.
So is this? I assume this is what we want, the Fullbreaker for Vaughn.
Now don't worry. You don't need to bring any bait. We're gonna be using live bait. I'll bring it. Trust me.
Trust me. Wanna go play Knight?
The Don sends his regards. Let's go play. We're gonna
go on once.
Vaughn, you and I are gonna go play some Dite. Standing in the night.
He serves no purpose to the party or story. I mean,
someone is preaching to the choir.
All right, we're gonna make him a Fullbreaker. Going once, going twice.
Did Vaughn steal your lover?
Vaughn's too dense to be.
He would steal your lover by accident.
I don't get how that would be a reason to hate him like that.
I'm sorry.
Okay, he was added literally last minute in development.
Yeah, tell the lore behind that.
Vaughn was not initially in. He's gonna be a Fullbreaker.
Okay.
Vaughn was not initially in development for Final Fantasy XII. The game was supposed to be about Bosch. They added in Vaughn last minute, right before they finished development, only because the Japanese demographic wanted a younger protagonist. So they added Vaughn. They told the story through his eyes.
It shows, like, the people see, like, Vaughn. He feels like a tag along. He doesn't feel like he belongs. Mm-hmm. Like, it shows that he is the last. If when people say he was a last minute addition, you're like, it makes sense now because of how just odd he feels.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't feel like he belongs.
Pinello was in the story before he was. And Pinello is literally driven by Vaughn.
Yeah.
I don't hate him, but it is funny, and it was funny, and I agreed. Now we are on to the leading man, Balthier. Who is he going to be? He's already an archer.
That really explains why I love Bosch's story.
Yeah, Bosch was initially supposed to be.
Beginning.
It is very much Bosch's story more than it is Ash's. In fact, this game is actually Gabranth's story.
Oh.
It really is.
It's the bad guys.
It just he's not in the game as much as everyone else, but it is his story. This is entirely his story. Generally like Bosch. I like Bosch too. I like Bosch and Balthier. They're my favorites. Fran's kind of useless. He's also impressive in combat. He is. So Balthier, leading man. Sexy man and with that voice and that
to die for.
Yes, just to die for. What is he going to be? Let's get some votes in here, guys.
You know what else was a last minute addition? I'm sure everybody can recall the show Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, the character, was a last minute addition. It was just going to be the 4 humans of the mystery gang, and they added in a talking dog literally last minute, and that's what sold the show.
All right, we have a vote for Red Mage for Balthier. That would be interesting, actually.
Imagine how
make him a monk. We have a vote for monk. We have a vote for so the leading man gets OP, and a vote for Black Mage. Damn.
Vote for everything.
Red Mage, Black Mage, or monk. If you make him a monk, he technically will be
He'll
OP.
have some. Yeah, he'll have some. If we make him monk, he'll have some. He'll have close range and long range, rather than if we gave him magic and then long range.
Mm-hmm.
I'd lean more towards monk.
They say no white mage. I want to make it so that we use all the classes. If that's okay with you guys. But monk would make him OP, but at the same time, he would never use his bow ever again.
That's fine.
I'm okay with that.
I don't need to.
But that's the thing too. Poles can hit flying enemies. There's the good thing. If you guys want to screw us up, yes, we can make him a black mage with a bow. He'll do ludicrous damage with bow and agility accessory at max HP. He would, but a bow is useless.
What a wombo combo.
I mean, aside from critical hits, which are rare, he'll do ludicrous damage just with his pole and combos. He'll do more DPS that way as a monk, and he'll have the highest HP in the game.
Roll over enemies. Balthier's coming through.
Plus, he'll spin this pole, and we all like that.
Don't we all?
All right, so again, let's consolidate. Bo has been pretty good to me. Let's consolidate. We have a vote for monk. We have a vote for black mage. We have a vote for red mage. What do you vote for?
I think monk would be a very good
for
balance
for Balthier. Critical rate for me has been about as high as
I'd say that monk is exactly what he needs as an archer.
Right.
So I would say monk.
I would say
that's
monk
going
as well.
for the most optimization for him. Mm-hmm. That's not going for something funny.
Right. Do we have a consensus for leading man Balthier to be a monk? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
The leading man is a member of the church.
Yay. And I changed my vote to monk. Okay, well, monk it is.
Monk it is.
He can also get renew. We're not using renew. It's not happening.
It's too dangerous.
All right.
We're not fighting a giant dragon.
Be a healer on endgame. He could be, yes, because he can get Kiraja as well and Arise. Fran. Adrima Myers. Fran now, who is already a time battle mage. We can make her something else as well. Knight, red battle mage, black mage, or Bushi. Bushi is samurai. Black mage, red battle mage is combining white and black. And I was going to change to red mage, but everyone now wants monk, so monk right here too. Okay, we already did monk. So now we got time battle mage for Fran. We got 4 classes left. Black mage for Fran. It's for 1 vote. She would be.
She was always
so yeah.
she was always my black mage.
Yeah, I always made her or Ash my black mage.
I think I just saw
Black
that.
mages in this game are ridiculously powerful. They don't seem it at first, but they grow stupid powerful.
Hopefully we can make our black mage count then.
Yeah.
It's got to matter.
So we have a vote for black mage.
I feel like I think I'm seeing ghosts because I feel like I just saw like
One for black.
like a flea or a gnat like swimming through like under my skin. Like I just saw this black thing just go like this, like just go whoop, like that.
Is it a worm?
But it was
Parasite?
that thing from the Mummy that
Scarab?
crawls under your skin.
Do maces scale with magic? Yes, they do. They don't scale with strength, they scale with magic.
But I'd probably join black mage.
Okay, black mage it is. I think your
Mage,
consensus
Fran.
was for black mage as well.
I'd say black
Fran,
mage.
as a
Can't go-
black mage, we have our black mage, we can kill the demon wall. I hope. Alright.
Can't go wrong with a black mage for Fran.
Alright, Machinist Bosch. He shoots the gun.
Just rip HP.
Yes. Yeah, so the gunner, we also have the katana, the mace, and the swords. What do we make Bosch? And keep in mind, we have to do this for Ash and Penelo, too. I vote knight.
Knight.
Bosch is always like the knight.
Bosch
He's meant to be
Bosch
a
would be
knight.
knight. I would say, yeah. I look at Bosch and I say he's either a knight or he's your foe breaker.
Yeah, Ikehara says he deserves it, and it would suit him so well too. I agree. When I first had this, when I first got Zodiac Age, I made Bosch my knight. I'm like, no, you need to be a knight.
You need to be the knight. I am the knight.
Knight, totally. 2 votes for knight, samurai or knight.
So that'll count for knight then.
Katanas scale with magic and strength, so I think that would be really
Yeah,
good.
that's 2 solid for knight and then a partial knight. So I'd say that's.
I'd say knight. All right, Bosch is a knight. He will get the sword and the shield, but he also has the gun, which arguably does more damage than a sword and a shield
gun and a
on
shield.
most enemies.
A gun and a shield that has a bayonet on it that he uses it like a sword.
Ash, the Lancer.
All right.
We have Bushi, which is a samurai, or a red battle mage. Now, think about this too. Penelo is our white mage, so what do we want for Penelo?
Will Penelo just be full magic, or will Penelo have some offensive?
If we
ability
make,
too?
here's the thing: if we make Ash a Bushi, she will have no magic whatsoever.
Right.
If we give Penelo the Bushi, she can do some good damage with her magic. Personally, would say Bushi for Penelo. I would say that too.
That's the optimization.
Yeah, that's optimization speaking. However, if we really want to screw over ourselves, if we make Ash the Bushi, she will still
She
do
can use
good
an actual
damage.
weapon and get loads of magic.
But she won't have any magic and hardly any techniques. Ulan should be as strong as it is. Ulan is already one of the strongest. A vote for Red Battle Mage. So Red Mage can be decent for Ash. Red Mage is decent for Ash. Red Mage is actually best for Vaughn. Believe it or not.
I see Vaughn having red.
Vaughn.
I look at Vaughn and I see him as a Shikari red battle.
Yeah, he's literally the jack of all trades. He has all of his stats are good and solid and above average, and he can do anything really well. If you make him a red battle mage as a start, he flourishes. Plus, he has white mage. He has white magic. He has green magic. He has black magic. He has some time magic. He has arcane magic. Like, he's amazing. So red battle mage should be decent for. Is that everyone's consensus? See, Vaughn is pure Shikari because he's a thief. He's a hill dodger. He runs. That's what Shikari means.
He dodges hills.
Well, he runs
He's
hills.
Sonic. Running on the green hills.
Gotta go fast. All right. Last chance to change the votes. Ash is a red battle mage. Penelo is a Bushi. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
We're gonna sound good. That was a tough process. I like how we just made Vaughn complete suck.
You got the suck.
Alright, so now we're gonna...
Well, because Vaughn got the suck, it allowed so many other people to become OP.
Yeah. Oh, Penelo, you can do so much damage. You'll be able to do so much damage with magic.
Vaughn shouldn't be too bad.
No, Vaughn won't be bad. It's just... Get her faster, yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta...
Vaughn didn't get the suck, Vaughn is the suck. Listen, he's not in duodecim. Vaughn's OP in duodecim. But
yeah.
he got all the suck because now
All the suck.
Alright. Yes, Penelo will probably be one of the strongest ones now. She will be. She's gonna do so much damage. We just need to bring up her strength. Which now she can she can only wear mystic armor still. She can't wear heavy armor. So her strength is gonna be a little lacking. But it stacks more with magic than it does anything else.
Though from what I saw, katanas actually mainly scale with strength.
They scale with both strength and magic. They scale more with magic than they do with strength. But having equal of both makes it more damage than having one or the other.
Even in the new Dissidia, Vaughn got the suck. Because when it comes to offensive abilities, he's only got like 2 when it comes to offense. But to balance it out, they're like, oh, but we give him 2 different HP attacks. It's like, okay, sure, that's a great idea, but when it comes to PvP, all you need is 1 HP attack and several attacks that can throw people into a wall. All you need is an attack to wall rush someone, and you can get an HP attack.
I have a video saved of that where I hit all three opponents with 1 red spiral. And it was glorious.
It was glorious.
And then I just threw a pyroclasm and hit 2 people. I'm like, oh, that's game.
GG. Penelo can still use Genji.
Yes.
And Ultimore says his offense is passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Passive aggressiveness.
That is true. Now you're gonna need a mustic there buff here. Oh, magic. You need magic. Magic. I hope she can get arrow. There it is.
Sweet girl, though.
God, the flame staff is all the way over here. Fuck. Now, Fran can use both mystic armor and heavy armor.
Do you think DLive just has phantom servers? Even though you go live, you're just a ghost.
Maybe.
It's
been dead.
It's been dead for months.
Yeah, that kind of worries me.
I feel like you're just throwing the towel. The last time we got any action on DLive, if I can recall, that it wasn't a bot, was back when I was doing my Resident Evil 4 streams.
Right.
And then after that, nothing.
I would say, yeah, just don't stream to
I'd
it
say,
anymore.
yeah, I'd say we throw in the towel on DLive.
You can wear heavy armor too, Bosch! Wait, where's your blood sword? Is it all the way down here?
Oh, the blood sword.
Do you not get the blood? No, it's down here. It's right here.
Shit. We're close.
Yeah, but we're gonna have something better before we... Yeah, we're gonna have something much better before we get to it.
And I just now remembered I was looking through art before joining the stream.
I can't.
How did you end up here?
Oh, yeah. Red Battle Mage. You're an Ulan. Gonna do that.
Now look at what happened, lol.
We help you out.
Took a wrong turn.
Make you fast.
It's like when you're playing an open world video game and you've got a path Like, you're going somewhere, you're like, okay, the quest is down that way. There's something interesting over here. What's this? Oh, it's leading off this way. Oh, it's leading off this way. What's over here? And then, like, 10 minutes later, you're like, I completely diverted from what I was supposed to be doing. And I'm all the way over here now, and I've accepted 2 other quests in looking at something interesting over here. I looked at a shiny pebble, and now I have 2 more quests.
I don't know if we will be able to kill the demon wall again.
You were so confident. You're like, now we can do it.
I know, it's just... Stop.
I'm sorry.
It's Fran with her low magic power. And we don't have any more motes. We have a haste mote.
I looked at a shiny pebble, and now I've got 2 more.
Fading. Confidence is fading, I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Wow, we need... You have a longbow, we might need you. You don't need that. You do need that.
So if you have a knight, if you're a knight, I believe in you guys. Thank you, Ultimore. Okay, so if you have a knight and you're a white mage, you're a paladin.
Yes.
So let's look at all the other classes and see if you can come up with a name that suits that class.
Here's the thing, though.
Do you get where
yeah, I get what you're saying, but in this game, the knight is a paladin. It should be called a paladin.
I know, but like a white mage knight, that is a paladin. So what is what's a Machinist knight? What would you call that? What is that class called? I'm thinking Archage.
Yeah. I get what you're
like
saying,
that.
yeah.
Not that we have to call them what they call them in Archage, but can you think of like a common fantasy class name that would be a Machinist knight, a knight that uses guns? What would he be called? A conquistador? I mean, yes.
I guess, yeah.
Plate armor that uses guns, that's a conquistador, but I feel like there's a better name for that. A crusader?
Oh, this is gonna suck, fellas. What do we have?
Can I get some help?
I like conquistador.
Gunfighter, crusader might work. Yeah.
Crusader. I'm gonna have to use that Haystaga mode.
A grenadier.
I think grenadier would be it.
Grenadier.
Yeah.
That would be it. Grenadier. Okay, so a knight machinist is a grenadier. What is? Fran is a time battle mage, black mage? Jesus. What is that? Time battle mage, black mage. What do you call that?
Void mage?
Void
I was thinking warp mage or void mage.
Huh. Okay. I like void. I like void mage because void, dark. Void is also like time and space.
Mm-hmm.
Void mage.
I don't think I can do anything.
What was
Penelo's gonna have to be gone. Oh no. Should have used the haste on.
Okay, a white mage Bushi.
She's a samurai with healing capability.
Okay.
Or a healer with
A
samurai.
a healing samurai. What is that?
Holy samurai.
Holy samurai.
I like that, but I feel like there's another thing.
I feel like
for
there's a
it.
Japanese word for this.
You have haste. You need to stop being hasted. Stop. Where's the dispel?
Same, to be honest. Yeah, I'm sure there's like a Japanese name for a holy samurai. Whatever that is, that's what it is.
Oh, don't do it to Fran!
To the void.
That's not good.
She got eaten.
She gone.
She's gone.
Like, that's my damage. That's not good.
Okay, an archer monk. It's an archer monk.
This isn't good. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're so close. We're so close. We can't do it. We can't do it.
You can do it.
We can't do it.
You can
We
do
can't
it.
It's gonna
It's
crush
happening. It's happening.
Oh!
You did it.
Oh, jeez. like a second more and we would have been crushed. Jeez, I didn't think we were gonna make it.
Nice.
We deserve victory for this.
Where's Fran?
She's in the void. She became one with the void. That void mage took her.
Clean yourself off, boy. Get that dust off you.
Thank you for the congrats. I didn't think we were gonna do it. I was about to just turn tail and be like, I need to try
You're
again.
like, that's it. And I'm like, no, you can do it.
It's terrible watching the death scene in that. When you get crushed. No, you get crushed.
Oh,
all you see, and it's game over. It's literally game over.
Oops.
You see the demon wall just keep coming forward, and you're backed up against the door, and you just see the last thing you see is its eyes just go boom, and then it just fades to black, and it's a game over. I'm like, we died.
Oh no, it's the death of a party.
Ash was asleep.
Good night. Just taking a snooze. What is an archer monk? A ninja?
A ranger.
I feel like a ranger would be like a white mage. A white mage archer. I feel like.
Well, the
that's
thing
a
is,
ranger.
yeah, but the thing is, Archer also gets white magic, so they are technically rangers.
Okay. But
Yes,
class
yeah.
speaking,
Yes.
a white mage with a
Yes.
with an archer, that is a ranger.
Yes.
But a monk with an archer, I feel like that could be a ninja.
I feel like a Shikari with
You think a
With a monk
Shikari with a
would be-
monk
would
would
be
be
a ninja.
Would be a ninja.
yeah.
After that shit, she is tired. That is pretty much ranger.
Yeah. Monk. I would say monk and archer would be ranger.
Okay. To
Because-
keep our brains
because of-
from hurting, we'll
Because
settle with ranger.
because a ranger it can be
Assassin.
An assassin. I don't think it would fit with a monk.
I think Shikari.
Shikari with
Shikari monk is an assassin.
yeah. Or a Shikari black mage. Black mages do a lot of like they do a death spell.
Bushi monk is a ninja. Shikari monk is an assassin. And archer monk is a ranger.
Oh wait, Bushi Shikari might be assassin. I would say that would be assassin. The Bushi Akari. Bushi Shikari. Bushikari.
Bushikari.
I want to kill these
Maybe
towels.
there's another Japanese word name for that.
Chop chop. Carrying a literal butcher's knife. Shikaka.
You got a kukri.
It's shaped the wrong way, but it could be, I guess. It literally looks like a butcher's knife. It's fat.
That's a thick knife.
It's a thick knife.
Who are we missing? We didn't get everybody.
Alright, so
Ulan red mage.
Alright, so Foebreaker Shikari, what was that again?
Well, we were saying that we didn't come up with anything. Foebreaker Shikari.
So Balthir's a ranger.
Okay.
Fran was the Void Mage.
Void mage.
Bosch
is a grenadier.
Grenadier. White Mage Bushi, that was
the holy samurai.
Mm-hmm.
Ulan Red Mage. So we got Ulan Red Mage, and we've got Shikari Foebreaker.
Just complete. She's a Lancer.
A Lancer?
She's a Dragoon. She's definitely a Dragoon.
Alright, that's Dragoon.
Yeah, that's definitely Dragoon.
That's Dragoon. All
Now
right,
it's
so what's a Shikari Foebreaker?
A thief that does extreme damage.
That's
with
not
an axe.
that's a loud thief, so that's not a thief. That's a mugger. That's a thug.
That's a thug. This class is thug. Good thug like bandit. I like bandit.
That's a little bit. Actually, no, I'm gonna stand 10 toes on thug. Foebreaker, Shikari, that's
Forget
thug.
Vaughn's getting the freaking MLG glasses going thug life. His voice actor is a rapper in real life. He's a freaking thug.
Absolutely. He does he
does workouts
He's
too.
a private gymnast now.
Yeah. Hashtag thug life.
Good
there
job.
we go.
Good job, Vaughn.
Vaughn's a
moving up
thug.
in the world.
Vaughn is now officially the thug.
He's a private trainer. He's
All right.
a personal trainer.
Thug,
Right.
Ranger.
I love
Thug, Ranger, Void Mage, Grenadier, Dragoon, and Holy Samurai. I feel like there should be something better than Holy Samurai.
There's a word for it. We just gotta do some research. I love the train though for Vaughn's class. You're like it's like a thief, but he's like a tough thief. So I'm like that's not a thief. That's a loud thief. That's.
And then you're like a thug, and then Ultimore said bandit. I'm like, I like bandit, but thug.
You're a. I said he's a loud thief. He's a mugger. He's a thug. He's a henchman.
Minion.
Thug is good.
They're checking on the Holy Samurai
Holy Samurai.
debacle.
It's perfect. I'm glad we had this conversation.
Yeah, it fits Vaughn. It totally does.
Oh boy.
You know how many fights he gets into? He gets clobbered.
Yeah.
He's a fucking thug.
He was in a jail fight.
Yamabushi equals
Yamabushi. I know I've heard that before.
Yeah, I've heard that. Hayabusa, maybe? I know that's a thing.
Vossler, no. We skipped so many cutscenes and now we're just fighting Vossler. It's like, whoa, what happened?
What's a Hayabusa again? I forget. Nolan North, why are you mad?
Nolan, no. Not the Nolan. No, Nolan.
Shot him in the back. I feel like Yamabushi, because it has Bushi in the title. You know?
Yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's good
Skip.
voice acting, Nolan. I mean, it is good voice acting. I didn't know it was him until you said that's Nolan North.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to look it up, and I'm like, so it is. If it says so,
And then
so it is.
Bosch is Gebranth and Dissidia.
Yeah.
It's like, why? That's hatred you're hearing from Bosch.
Hatred.
That's his pent-up hatred in this game.
Pent-up hatred.
He's like, I have to be the good guy.
When you
but
put
I'm
on
so mad.
the outfit that makes him look like Bosch, that's not the Gebranth. That's not Gebranth's outfit to look like Bosch. That's just Bosch.
Yeah, that's Bosch. He's so mad that he failed his king, and he's like, I
hate everything,
I hate everything
so much.
But look up what Hayabusa is, because I cannot remember what a Hayabusa is.
Oh,
The Gareth are said to dwell in
Because I feel like that would be Holy Samurai. No, Hay. Yeah.
Boxing gloves. What does the word Hayabusa mean? Hayabusa is a Japanese robot asteroid mission.
Excuse me? I don't believe that. Isn't it just a name? Is it just a name? I thought Hayabusa was a thing.
I'm seeing sports gloves. Legendary Suzuki Hayabusa is the world's fastest production sport bike.
Okay.
Yep, I'm seeing sport bikes. I mean, maybe it's named after something.
Look up Hayabusa origin.
Origin. Sound. It was a robotic spacecraft.
Okay, I didn't know that.
What does Hayabusa mean in English? Robotics asteroid.
Robotic asteroid.
What does RYU stand for? It's an acronym. Respect your universe.
Ryu Hayabusa?
That might be. Hayabusa is, yeah, Ryu Hayabusa, the main character of Ninja Gaiden.
I get, maybe, I must be wrong.
Is that where you're pulling it from?
I don't think so.
No?
Because I remember for some reason, in the back of my mind, there's this the Hayabusa. I'm like, what is it then? Alright, now we're off to the Giza plains. Giza. Yes, you should be ashamed. Jerk. Mitsubishi? Mitsubishi? Is it an area car?
That would be a Bushi Machinist, a Mitsubishi.
It's a car brand, Mitsubishi. Toyota?
It's a Subaru.
That's a Natsuki Subaru. Nugget of Electrum! Close enough.
Yamabushi, one who prostrates himself on a mountain. Are Japanese mountain ascetic hermits.
So yeah, they're
According
monks.
to a traditional Japanese mysticism, Yamabushi are believed to be endowed with supernatural powers.
So yes, that
is for
definitely
sure
a monk.
That's for sure a monk.
They're said to dwell in Kurwan.
Very nice. Good research on that, everybody. I'm very glad we had this conversation.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So now we have the ability to go through several hunts that I've just been taking control of. Crocodile?
That is not a crocodile.
It's a crocodile.
That is not a crocodile. That's a thing that's... That's
a croak fiend.
That's an ATST.
What?
From Star Wars. The chicken walker.
Oh.
The robotic thing that walks on two legs.
Oh, I know.
That's what that is.
Sure hate Monk in FF14 on a random note. Really? Are they too good or are they just terrible?
It's like how I say I hate mages on Archmage because they're what killed me. That's why I hate them.
Wow, you do less damage with a musk stick than your bow?
Musket.
Get your weapon!
Musk stick is one of those words where you have to say it. You have to like separate the words, otherwise you don't say it right. Musk stick.
Monk is actually the strongest melee in 14 in both PvP and PvE. Like, makes sense. But they're so weird.
That would explain why we would hate them.
Just so.
It's like, well, what killed me? A monk. Go figure.
PvP Monk has so many buffs unlike other classes.
Screw them.
PvE Monk is super weird. Here we go. This opener includes standing still for 3 seconds to get 1 stack of greased lightning. Really? Really?
That's what it's called.
I didn't need that.
That song is like so more dirtier than I thought it was. They're so buff because they work out. Hell yeah, dude. They do push-ups with one finger.
Like Vaughn's voice actor.
And his perfect balance burst includes doing 2 different combo starters repeatedly, skipping the later parts. Piece of garbage. But yeah, the song Grease Lightning in Grease, the lyrics involve them just making women wet all over. Just making them cream their pants.
Yep.
Like that's part of the lyrics.
Such nonsense.
I didn't know, and like I thought it was just a cool, nifty song.
Oh, Grease Lightning.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a nice, peppy song about them building the car, and it's like, no, this is a song about him saying, I'm going to make every girl want me so badly. I'm gonna make every
14
girl
Monk has a buff
soaking.
called Grease Lightning, which increases attack speed and damage. Yes, we were talking about the what it's referencing.
The actual song that's
Monk just makes everyone drenched.
just makes you soaking.
You get it by finishing combos. Oh, Grease Lightning!
You finish your combo and you're just like, oh!
You're just like, ah.
Kill it.
We're gonna do a little gathering here, striking down some trees.
You fiend. You're the reason why Australia's burning.
No.
It's your fault.
Mainly play Dragoon in 14, both PvE and PvP. I would do Dragoon as well.
Yeah, I feel like you would just naturally.
I would naturally choose.
If a game allows you to be a Dragoon, you would choose Dragoon.
Yeah.
Just be like, all right, if you say so.
And my next one would be
Speed Goon, though, completely opposite to the meta with maximum speed.
Speed Goon. Does 14 only allow you to choose one class? I think it does. Where put the tree down? There it is. Wee. Pumps you up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Kill Sleet.
Kill it.
Kill it. No, FF14 locks you into nothing. Running 3.05 skill speed with GCD of 2.24 seconds. You can play everything on a single character. Really?
What? Does that work?
So it's just like the original Final Fantasy 12.
The sky's the limit.
I like
Kill it!
I like what do you call it? Specialization.
Like you have a role.
Yeah, I like that. Because I played the original 12 so much that I'm just like, I don't like being everything at once.
Yeah. I like to have a role, I like to know what my role is, and I like to feel like my role has done something. Rather than me just...
Oh, you change classes on the fly. Okay.
Rather than me just, like, go in and have everything at my disposal and not know what to do with it.
They obviously don't interact with one another. Okay, I can get behind that.
So it's not a Bart's hybrid. Every class is a Bart's hybrid.
Yeah, I guess it's you have the ability to just change into anything, kind of like Bart's does.
But not like during a combo.
Probably not. That would be.
You can just,
if you can do that, then I'll be like,
you're
I'm not
about to go
playing
into a
this game.
fight and you're like, I want to be a Dragoon. And then once the fight is over, you're like, I want to be a Black Mage.
Oh, each class needs separate leveling, share gear only in certain instances. Gotcha. That is understandable. But I feel like I would naturally gravitate towards Dragoon. Then I would probably do Monk or Thief. Like, Dragoon has his own armor, but shares accessory with Monk and Samurai. That makes sense. There's the crocodile? Crocodile. I'm curious.
So basically, ice cubes float in a pool of their own blood.
I mean... not wrong.
Kill it! That was not on the picture that you took.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. The crocodile was something on 2 legs.
No, that was the Enceladus. This is the crocodile.
You picked.
I picked them both.
I saw a picture of a thing with 2 legs.
Yes, the Enceladus.
And you said it's a crocodile.
No.
Yes, you did.
I said, oh look,
While the picture
crocodile.
of the 2-legged being was there, you said crocodile. Did he not? Let's take a look at the clips.
What, Fran? Why won't you
replay on that?
Why won't you blind the damn thing?
Why are you trying to blind it? Kill it.
Because it does a lot of damage.
Kill it! It's awful. It's a abomination.
There we go. Needed.
It is literally a mistake of God's making. This. Did you renew it?
No. It casts renew on itself.
This thing appeared, and God was like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." For comparison, Ninja and Samurai hit 2 seconds, 2.0 seconds, and certain black mages 2.25 seconds.
Where are you going?
That's another thing. Like, I just, you know how I get really just.
Oh, Dark Knight and Gunbreaker too. Huh.
I get really irked when it comes to like numbers.
Yeah, I know.
Where it's like every point, like. Sorry. Every 0.0 number matters. And it's like, oh, it's like, oh, you gotta go above and beyond just to get this 0.0 number, and it's like, it doesn't look like it matters, and you're like, oh, it matters. When you're PvPing, it matters. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it does look cool.
Great.
Alright, it's
dead.
dead.
It's like I'm already bored. Thank goodness. You did the entire world a service. Not just the virtual world, but the real world. That's what FF14 is about, actually. Absolute min-maxing. I think that statement right there means that game is probably not for me.
Oh, I can't get the Gill Snapper now. But I should fight it. Don't worry, we'll fight the Gill Snapper eventually.
Does it eat your gill?
No.
Or its gills snap?
No. It's a
Okay,
snapping turtle. Or a giant. It's called the Gill Snapper because its shell fetches a really high price on the market.
Oh.
And it's in charge of all the rain here. Green berets. You got a green beret.
How did a green beret get eaten by a wolf? They're supposed to be the elite.
Green beret. Traveler's restaurant. Ooh. You're gonna get that.
And there's a famous Discord providing recommended BIS and guides, etc. I still think it would be best if I stayed away.
So you just go there and skip gear decisions yourself. Like, what's the point?
Have some other person decide my game for me. Just like he's decided every other person's game before me.
I got 4 drops from that. It's almost done, guys. That's the bridge I'm making. With all those downed trees. She's like, you're a madman. Like, there's a reason for my destruction. What's up? What are you doing?
Did these trees deserve it?
Probably. Well, that's gear. What's this? Potion. Hot I am.
Gotta tell you, man, I think I'm on my last legs.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm not doing so hot.
Let me.
In terms of playstyle.
Let me make this bridge, get my equipment, and
I always felt like defeated. Like a large part of me is always defeated when someone has to tell me how to play the game better. Like I'll start a game and I'll play it at my own pace. Mm-hmm. And I'll be enjoying it. I'll be having fun. I'll think that I'm doing good enough. But if someone comes up to me and like points out the facts of how I could be doing it better, I mean, sure, I've learned something new, and I appreciate it, but a part of me is like defeated. Like a big part of my interest in the game is defeated.
I get
Does
what
that
you're
make
saying.
sense?
Yeah. All right, I finished the bridge.
The bridge of Khazad-dûm. Balrog's gonna come out and start chasing you.
There's only 4 stats: speed, critical hit, low chance to hit really high, direct hit, high chance to hit slightly higher, and determination, slightly increased pure damage, excluding passive damage. Come on, you're all alone.
Is that what you want?
Actually. Give me my ring. I'll give you your ring.
Or it's like in our MMO, you can put gems and stones on your weapons and your equipment to give it specific effects. And there's a whole bunch of effects that you can put on your weapons. But like when it comes down to it, like according to everybody else, you should be putting melee critical damage on like everything.
Right.
So it's like there's no point in trying to space out your stones to like even out your equipment. If you don't put melee critical damage on almost everything, then you're doing it wrong. Because everyone else has done melee critical damage, and you'll be in the minority. And
Right.
You won't.
Actually,
You won't match
14
up.
is probably quite anti-elitist. Depends on where you are, obviously, but only
Interesting.
dedicated high-end groups that state they care that much will be elitist. Everyone else is likely to be anti-elitist. I feel like that's how most of my friends are that play the game.
I don't know how to take that.
It has no defensive stats on gears. What? That's odd. That's so not Final Fantasy.
It's all cosmetic.
Unless you go as tank or healer, but Dragoon is damage dealer. I mean, yeah. Dragoon's a damage dealer. Always has been.
I'm a dragon when I kill people.
Wait, did we all level up?
Jump, kill, murder. But I wanna help people.
Jump, kill, murder. To the sky!
To the sky. I wanna help people. I want my
It's all offensive, so it makes sense to be told what to get. The only thing actually affecting gameplay would be skill speed. I don't know. Everything else is bland damage. Gosh, how? Did we?
freaking
Oh,
bash.
we did. We did. We did too much leveling earlier. Bing?
Ring a ding ding, baby. I'll wash your back. Rub a dub dub, baby. I'll wash your back.
He just cleaved that into frog meat.
Good.
Vaughn took his butcher's knife and just made gigantode steaks.
Better not see it come back, man.
Ooh, I gotta see this. Nom, nom, nom. Right, we need to go this way to get... And I will probably save it there.
You know what, now that I think about it, why wouldn't you choose any other path than seducing Benny and then killing him? Like, why would you do anything else?
I guess because if you seduce Benny, you actually sleep with him.
Yeah, you get... It's like Dr. Tran. At the apex of sexual ecstasy, the last thing he'll hear is the snapping of his own neck.
Mission accomplished!
Like, that's how I see it.
The apex of sexual ecstasy. The last sound they'll hear is the snapping of their own neck.
That's how I see it. If I ever play New Vegas again, that is what I'm going. I'll make. That's what. That's going to be the option every time, whether I'm a man or a woman. I will seduce Benny and then kill him after I'm done.
Is this the katana?
You think all of your Christmases?
Hey!
You think all of your Christmases have come at once? You think
Look at that
Christmas
damage.
came early? Now I'm going to kill you. Good night. Sweet perk.
Yes! Main gosh. Look at that. Look at my evasion.
Holy
65. 65.
Damn.
Vaughn.
Good luck getting hit.
Yeah, Vaughn will almost never be hit.
It's a sharp dagger.
Funny thing. Main gosh translates from French. From French as left hand.
But he's holding it with his right.
For
See-
healers, it is actually preferred to go to their defensive staff, which is Piety, which increases MP regen. Tanks, you get Tenacity, slightly reduces damage taken, just whatever. If that has to be anchor gear, then it is. Okay.
See that? It reminds me. The dagger reminds me of a medieval weapon called the Mercy Giver. It was a very, very thin blade.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dagger that was a very, very thin blade. And what you did was, if a person was suffering, what you did was you stabbed them in the armpit, and it went right to the heart, and it killed them that way. But that's why it was called the Mercy Giver.
Yeah. Still hurt.
Oh yeah, it hurt, but it was a thin blade that went straight to the heart and killed you as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting. I got exactly what I needed.
Looks odd when it's speed up. According to him, it smells like burning.
I do. Are we dying? I think it's outside. We're toast.
Exactly. As long as it's not the PC. Is it the PC? Better not be. It's not.
It looks odd when it's spit up. It does not to me. It looks natural.
It smells like matches.
But since Marshall is dying right now for some good old sleep, we're gonna end the stream here before he dies.
I'm taking a little bit of a nap, and we're gonna take ourselves a little bit of a break. We'll be right back.
He says we'll be right back, and we won't. What's the feather for? The feather is for talking to the cockatrices. Which is an entire side quest in and all of itself.
You have a feather?
I got the feather of the flock.
Oh, on one of your... Oh.
Yeah, it's because I played at normal speed, but it's okay.
You know, it's called normal speed for a reason.
This is too slow for me.
That's normal, though.
You know what's great?
Can we go even slower?
You're like, how can you
You can't.
keep track of this? I
You
can.
cannot.
I do all the time.
It's called love feather in German, I think.
Really? Love feather. It's the feather of the flock because you're able to talk to cockatrices. So that I think
You become Eliza Thornberry. No, that's Nigel Thornberry. He was not able to talk to animals. The daughter Eliza could, though.
What about the wild kid,
Donnie?
Donnie?
No, no. Yeah, he was Donnie. Never mind. The
Yeah.
monkey was Darwin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Well, see you then. Yep. That's us. We are the martial artists. I'm Captain.
I'm Captain Bosch.
I'm Captain Bosch. I'm Captain Delicious. Sergeant Strokes.
What is that?
Don't worry about it.
So, we're not really sure if we're going to be playing Final Fantasy XII again next Sunday. It's going to be next Sunday. It could be a completely different game. It just depends on
What we want to do, how we're feeling. I don't know how I'm going to be feeling. It's going to be a busy work week for me.
Oh shit. Maybe we'll do one of my games.
Yeah, we might do one of your games.
I think it was mostly because my lack of sleep that made me feel lazy.
We only do once a week right now because, as per my work schedule, it only allows me to do so.
It's the only day that both he and I have off that we can stream.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would do it more than once a week. We used to do it more than once a week.
Yeah, we used to. But it's a little difficult now.
But alack.
Finances are a thing. With that being said, we're the martial artists. Thank you guys for following.
Yes, thank you for
the interaction and the discussions.
Very glad we figured out a new elite class, the Thug.
The Thug. That might be more incentive to play, to be honest.
The Shikari Foe Breakers, the Thug.
The Thug.
I love that. If I ever play D&D again, that is going to be my elite class, the Thug.
if you play,
I'm gonna turn my rogue into just this brawler.
If you
He's
play
gonna be a thug.
If you play my Final Fantasy campaign, then it'll be like I thought you wanted to be an alchemist. Like, no, I want to be a thug now.
Make me a thug.
Be like, all right, you gotta be a thief and
a thief and a thief that uses an axe.
Yeah, I forget.
An indiscreet thief.
I forget what the classes I had for it. It's all written down in my binder. Anyways, we'll catch you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for discussing with us.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next Sunday.
Later. Goodbye.